is it like working with Howard Stern? You guys together, like, it just works. What was that like for you?
Like being next to a kind of a grumpy grandmother a little bit.
Grumpy grandmother.
I am old enough to remember a time when going on Howard Stern as a presidential candidate would seem controversial. Now he's tame. I had to explain to my Morgan students who Howard Stern was, right? But I know they...
Telling you, as a guy who's done radio all these years, and call me old school, you got to get up, you got to come in, you got to look at everyone in the face. It really helps when I can look over at people and say, okay, calm down here, come on in here, talk to people eye to eye, see my guests.
I don't want to speak out of school, but what the fuck happened to you?
What do you mean?
Well, you used to, the show was rock and roll, you were fighting the FCC, you were doing fucking funerals for bad DJs, now you're playing chess, and you're having diet clubs with the boys, getting married. I mean, you're one heroin overdose away from the show becoming the male View.
I mean, he's an old, befuddled man, and I promise you, Robin, I will not be on the air.
You won't do this?
I will not do that. I will be somewhere in Florida, like an old alligator, laying in the sun. I will not do this to my audience.
Because he's really funny with the cowboy hat. Because the cowboy...
That's that point. I don't think Howard's there by a long shot, but he doesn't ever want to be the guy who, you know, isn't at the top of his game and stayed at the party too long. And
Howard Stern is a name I haven't heard. I used to do a show, we used to have fun, but I haven't heard that name in a long time. What happened? He got terminated?
You can't just pass out on your knees.
That's ridiculous.
Get the fuck up! I'm not shitting you, man. You want no $1,000. Call a lawyer.
Could sit here and read live commercials and just make tons of money for the company. I could tell you the same thing over and over again.
I can't be tagged as the guy who's a dick.
They must be so jealous of me. I'm so successful, and they're just kind of not. You know what I mean? I mean, I feel the jealousy. That's why I don't leave my house. Don't you also sort of harbor some resentment, even though it's not logical, but you resent your baby for being in the way of your career?
Because we don't want the Japs anymore.
Because I want respect. Some people say our show was the first reality show. I don't think there's one thing I've ever said on the radio that would have been found indecent or obscene. The secret to my show is honesty, reality. That I will say the truth.
Couple things up front, right off the bat. I want to thank Fred Derp. If you're listening, Fred, thank you for the generous dono at some point. I don't even think we were on when he did it, which is totally fine. You can totally do that if you want. Thank you, everyone. As you know, there's a weird controversy, loss of monetization, which we are fighting at the same fighting our hearts out with all our super soldier serum within us. We have lost monetization on the channel for the time being. So now, if able, please donate via Cash App, upper left, Venmo, upper right, or at the Buy Me a Coffee address in the middle. Thank you so much. That's where's the Buy Me a Coffee? Is it? Oh yeah, I see it. buymeacoffee.com/armfund. And now I have been meaning to do this for a while. What's that, Pacino? I don't know how you knew that ring was a Fugazi, Donnie. and I've been meaning to do this, and somehow it got sidetracked. Bon Jovial was here for it. Davyd was not. And I want to take a moment here to recognize and apologize to the Sara man for a totally unnecessary reaction that I had a few weeks ago. I'm going through some lack of sleep, but a medication adjustment, and I felt like I backslid mental health wise, and I took it out on the wrong person. I took out my bad day on that broad, and it was ridiculous. She's really the last. Don't make a mockery of this. And she's really the last person who deserved that in retrospect. And as a consequence, I might have to even face. She's sort of intermittently not sure she wants to be involved with the channel and stuff. And hopefully I can reel that in, because it's my bad. And I'm sorry I had to subject Bon Jovial to it. People love when people fight, that's for sure. Bon Jovial loves when people fight. No one more than him. I hope she changes her mind. I hope she changes her mind in the future. I will do everything in my power to do so. She has done things for this channel every month that you couldn't imagine. The people don't realize, sort of behind it. Very, very Marci Turkish existence, very Tracy Jacobs existence. It was basically with mine, her idea 3 years ago. Without her, I probably wouldn't be doing this. A lot of cajoling to get me back into the fray, to start Lotus Notes in addition to the Deeppening. So again, I want to apologize to Sara. You were very great. If you're listening, no time is a good time for goodbye, but there's always a great time for I'm sorry. And now I will goof on myself and emasculate myself. Bon, you have any thoughts on that? You were there for that. Obviously, it was... I screamed enunciate. I remember that. I remember exactly what it was.
It was crazy shit, man. And,
you loved it. You loved it, though. You were all over it. You turned it into like a interview, like a segment in itself. You were going to post it as a shorty, but you chose not to. Did I tell you not to? By the way, I want to thank you, Bon, for getting up at this ungodly hour like an animal.
That's fine. I didn't do a shorty because I know Sara would have deleted it, because I did do a shorty previously in the year about Sara. And for people who are keeping count, Sara has quit the show twice this year. And I made a shorty out of the last time, and it mysteriously disappeared less than 24 hours after it was uploaded with no comments. So I knew that it was definitely Sara who removed it. But here, have a bit of this.
Sara, storms are brewing in your eyes. Sara, no time is a good time for goodbyes.
God, that was, believe it or not, guys, that wasn't me. That was Mick Jones from Jefferson Starship.
Sara, love me like no one has ever loved me before. Sara, hurt me, no one could ever hurt me more. Sara.
Oh, I thought you were going to make me hair. There he is. Wow, he can't sing. He can't sing. I don't know, a lot of people like a Brendan who's in the chat right now would say like, oh, what a great singer, but he wasted on Jefferson Starship in the 80s, like he's Welcome, Melvin, Holden, welcome, how's your football? JD Villataro just finished pancakes in basketball. That's a fucking Dave Chappelle Prince Eddie Murphy scenario, isn't it? That's exactly what happened with Eddie Murphy and Prince. No, I'm not bringing Prince up. I swear to God, that's the last time. Sky Spectre, welcome. Yeah. JD Villataro. King, what's up? Nate the Great. I listened to the first episode from King Bagels 94 upload. Started recently, found this pod. I have made this follow-up. Bitterness is real. I love it. Thank you, Nate. Great to have you in the fold. I was wondering my membership's is canceled. Sorry, lost. Thank you, King. Yeah, we'll be back. It's a very minor, and I don't deserve it. I'll admit when I effed up, I did not F up. I followed it to the letter of their Nazi law in YouTube, and we're fighting it still. I would admit if I effed up. Bon, I told you it happened. They directed me, hey, this is how the short goes. This is what it has. This is the length it's got to be. This is what it got to be. They'll stop it. So it's almost like a 21 Jump Street entrapment. They entrap you to bit, and then they zap you.
It's Beth Stern entrapment chicken, right?
Goals. Welcome, Davyd, everybody. That was absolutely. He hasn't even said a word yet. We've just been. Talk, Davyd.
Davyd, you're doing live musical scores on your channel?
Kind of. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to being on YouTube and posting my own videos, but I'm.
Do you want to promote it on here or what?
Yeah, I'll make a post that I can send to you if you want to put it in the community tab. But it's kind of boring what I'm doing. If you're like a hardcore fan of film music and you're a composer and read music notation, it's exciting what I'm doing, but it's pretty ASMR, music nerd stuff. But
you just lured Bon Jovial in to get drops from that, right?
Yeah. What's the channel name?
How many arpeggiates you gonna drop?
I feel like leaving right now and going and starting working on that. What's the channel? I'm my voice. Tell me. I'm so excited. What's
14-minute mark?
I'll make
it's
a
not
post.
David the violinist.
No.
You've given it a professional name.
It's my real name. So just
your government.
I know. Then
your government.
It's my real name. Music.
Government
is what it is.
Oh, so. Wonderful! I will be all over that, and I would obviously I'd love to come on and completely ruin your channel, but I won't even mention.
Feel free to pull drops of me going and as I'm basically I'm in the process of reconstructing the music score to the movie Legend with Tom Cruise.
Oh, why that? It's bizarre.
It's kind of a long story, but there's the movie was cut two different ways. It was released in Europe with a big orchestra score, and then in America was released with a score by Tangerine Dream. And the orchestra one has kind of been lost, like the printed music. The only thing that's left is the sketches. So I'm kind of reconstructing it from the sketches so that it could be played by an orchestra again. So again, I'm not trying to make it entertaining right now because it's just kind of a way for me to get used to being on YouTube by myself. And it's a project that I want to get done. So yes. It's this kind of music playing
public
non-stop,
domain.
I hate it when you sing that.
No, Bon. That is public domain, right, Bon? Davyd, that actually is.
Well, the music is. I don't know about the recording. Someone made.
Yeah, you're right, Davyd. I was only going to play a few seconds, John.
No, I was joking because it is
stomps on my bits with that song he invented. Sing the song you invented for public
I don't know
domain.
I forget.
He's been doing this since 2018.
He improvises it every time, right?
He's pretending he doesn't know the song. Sing it, John. You've sung it 1,000 times. You go public, you've got a melody to it. Sing it.
No, it doesn't have a music. It's to whatever is playing. Yeah. I will say public domain.
Now,
public domain, public domain, public domain, public domain, public domain, public domain.
Copyright free.
There we go. I've told you I hate that song. In any incarnation it takes.
Crazy Robin, welcome. Arms lead off apology callback to Jeff. Thank you, Brendan, for reminding me. Yeah, I thought of that because my friend Jim Verdone, I said, another sloppy, no game. Drunken Jim Verdone in her 20s. It was some chick, and he goes to us just like this. He goes, so you want to do it or what? You want to do it? There was no lead in at all. There was nothing happening. He just goes, you want to do it?
Is this your friend?
Yeah, same Ellen Levine. If you hear anything, give me a call.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very sincere.
You want to do it? How are you, Arm? Never meant to hurt you. Never meant to make you cry. But tonight, Arm's cleaning out his. Oh, that's an Eminem song.
Please don't make it.
ESG? Marshall Mathers of 8 Mile Road.
It's stupid, and I'll never do anything like that again. And I love you, and I'm very sorry.
Come on,
I'm very
let me play.
sincere. Please don't make it. I'm not creators. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bring the show down. I just wanted to apologize to. She's very upset. and very sincere.
So with that, here are my favorite apologies along that are kind of affiliated to us in this show. Yes, they're quick. There's just a few of them. Here's probably my very favorites right here, and it involves Bon Jovi.
Hi, this is Sal Governale.
Beautiful country.
Australia is a wonderful island with a treasure trove of unique plants, animals, and people.
That has to be protected.
Australia is free of many pests and diseases that are commonplace around the world. That is why Australia has to have such strong biosecurity laws.
And Australians are just as unique, both warm and direct. When you disrespect Australian law, they will tell you firmly.
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared. Protecting Australia is important.
Declare everything when you enter Australia.
Oh man, can you guys imagine? The real entertainment is that what happens after the video shuts off, what they say to each other.
I know.
And then Depp's just thinking of his career spiraling downward and that getting out there and stuff, and he just looks like death during that.
Right.
They might as well have said Australia's a great guy. Australia's a great guy. I mean, it was the most insincere, there was no oomph behind it. Nobody bought it. And I think, what was that guy's name? He had to play it for, who was the goddamn...
Barnaby, wasn't it?
Yes, that's Barnaby Joyce, right?
Yeah, the politician.
That's so insincere. Johnny, that's so insincere.
No, I was just gonna say, like, what you don't see off frame is like Tracy Jacobs pointing a gun at Depp, like, you will do this,
Yeah, he has dead eyes in that video.
Yeah, she was still there at that point, Tracy. She was actually still there when they did that. Barely, but she was still there, during that. And that happened, the filming of Pirates 5, which was a disaster. That might be the worst 2 years of his life, or probably 15 through 17.
Right.
Maybe even, I might even throw 18 in there. That was when, it all came, like how to just eviscerate your own top A-list career. That was...
Did he lose his mom in that year too?
He lost his mom in 16.
Okay, right.
It was a little after that.
Got it.
So here's what Bond played before. I tried to raise the volume. It's hard to find a clean copy of this because Howard's always interrupting it. So this is the best I could find on not so short notice.
Apologize to my wife Nancy for the Jessica Hahn death of it. It's stupid, and I'll never do anything like that again. And I love you, and I'm very sorry and very sincere. And please don't make a mockery of this. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bring the show down. I just wanted to apologize. She's very upset. Thank you. I'm done, Howard.
That used to crack me the F up. That was like Fred probably at his best.
Yeah.
Playing that at all strange times. I remember just being half asleep. That would get me every time. Every time. Look at that. But look at Bond going right to the... Bond's on a fucking roll. I mean, this is an ungodly hour, and he's already gone crazy. He's gone...
I'm worried, though, because she's not here in the chat. So I don't know if she's accepted this faux, I'll call it, apology, but that's a question that comes to mind.
We'll see.
I don't see her there. That's concerning, because she's always watching.
She's always lurking.
Don't you?
She's always lurking.
Look at that, though. Look at that.
Yep.
Just take a second to admire that. Look at it.
Look at that mane. I know. All broads be jealous of that hair. Look at that.
Look at it.
Look at that.
She wears a Apple Watch. She's dealing with the technology. Look at this. Davyd, have you ever seen hair as solid
a hair
as this,
system?
apart from yours, Davyd?
I don't see any scalp. That's got to be a hair system.
David's got a great head of hair. John,
he does.
Know that.
He
Sarah
does.
and I
Thick
is
and
the
luxurious.
full-headed brunettes on the show.
Melvin is jerking off to, and Hooper are jerking off to Sarah's hair right now.
Thank you, Melvin. Very good point. Look at thick. It's very important for George Costanza that his woman has very thick, luxurious hair as well. So she's not there. So I don't know, John, if she's accepted that apology. That's the important thing. If Sara can give us an update, if she accepts the apology. Making an apology is one thing, as we all know, through the trauma of living life. But if the person accepts it, that's another thing. Was it sincere enough?
She'll accept it, Bond, from her her favorite Stern staffer, Gary Dell'Abate.
Okay.
Kind of repeating things I've told you in different conversations over the last couple of months, but let's get ahead of myself. But I want you to know that at least I have something like that in mind, that I'm not just bullshitting you, I miss you. Nothing's been the same since you left, and I won't even try to hide that. None of the relationships have worked, and I miss you, man. I mean, I don't know how else to say. I lost my lover, and I lost my best friend. And you lost your lover, and you lost your best friend. Okay, so that part's pretty easy. A lover, and you gained a best friend. I gained a couple of lovers, or I gained one lover. Yeah. But I gained no friends. There's nobody there to come home to call, to tell all the great stuff. And like right now, I feel my professional life is like at a 9. I'm trying to figure out if I made some sense. I don't know what else to say.
Stop now.
Think about it, please. I'm not begging now. I'm a little big. I'm a little tight. Think about this whole tape. And the great thing about videotape is you can rewind it and watch it all over again. I think we could be good together. Please think about it.
Oh, boy. That's insane.
I know how much a Jelly Bill Taro. He looked how much. God damn it, John Oates and a half, right? If that's not deliberate, Gary's like, how can I polish this turd? What can I do? I'm 5'6", 5. I wasn't blessed with the genetic lottery. I look like a catcher's mitt from East Meadow and Uniondale. I'll just imitate John Oates. I will just look like, I will grow my hair out. I will grow his mustache. If John Oates is getting laid, then I can get laid.
Yeah.
That's what you think of.
I wonder how much of it was to get that MTV VJ spot that he auditioned for. You know, if I look like John Oates, then, maybe they'll hire me as a VJ.
Yeah.
Oh, so are we there?
I agree. I don't know why John stopped talking, but I agree. And he just looks disgusting, to be honest. I don't know how a woman can, or a man can enjoy a moustache. Feeling that against your mouth when you kiss
push
them.
broom against your upper lip, right?
And it probably goes into your mouth sometimes when it's...
God.
And the big long beard. Why are you broads like that out there who are watching right now? I bet he pressed the install the updates now.
Oh. Is it piano time? I'm kidding.
Yeah, remember when I said, this is what happened before the show, everyone? I said, don't press, Windows is bringing that up right now, don't press install now. And I'm wondering if he did.
Or Sara did on her end as revenge for the last time.
Oh, I don't know. That's the question. Like, having heard all of that, where do you weigh in on this? Because do you think that was I'm just pressing buttons here. What am I doing? I'm trying to get us. No, that might do it. Do you, as far as apologies go, Davyd, do you think that was sincere?
Yeah, I mean, I don't totally understand because I wasn't on the show last time, so I don't know what the situation is.
Well, I could play it, but I won't. I'm forcing myself not to play it, even though I really want to.
You're sitting on your hands.
Because it'd make matters worse, because it was... Right. You've never heard Sara this angry. She went to a place. She goes to the place. She goes to
Hear me now?
Yeah, you pressed your mute button, didn't you, you little ferret?
No, I didn't do anything, Bon. I swear to you, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch shit.
So were you just talking while we were talking?
No, I don't know. I left off. I left off something about. I left off something about John Oates and MTV. Gary would have taken.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay,
yeah.
that's the last.
That was hilarious. Yep.
But he would have. I mean, leave it to Riff Raff Rackus, right, to compare Gary to Stan from South Park. Isn't that so Riff Raff? That's a Heathcliff character, right? It's like a USB port issue. Do not underestimate the. So this is the last apology before we get to some Stern bullshit from modern day.
We're still on this, ladies and gentlemen. We're in 30 minutes in. We've been on this for about 15 minutes.
This is one of his many apologies.
That's Lotus Notes.
Hi, this is Howard Beth. And yesterday I said a few comments that offended a few people, and I'd like to extend my apologies for those comments. Unfortunately, I didn't represent myself properly on how I wanted to explain myself. I have a tremendous respect for all cultures and all races. If I did offend or hurt anybody, I again extend my most sincere apologies. Thank you very much for understanding, and I greatly appreciate your time.
You know something? This isn't helping. Do you think she's going to accept your apology now?
Oh, like this is goofing on it? No. I think she can separate the two. I think she can separate.
I think she'd find that no problem if it was all done by me.
Yeah,
but not you. That's what I'm. That's why she's not here.
I think I made it clear.
Do you know if she should be here right now, or is she at work?
I don't know. I don't. She's not. She doesn't work Saturday nor. I mean,
I bet you do know. You know everything about.
No, I mean,
I'm sure
she's usually with her mom on Saturday.
She's so controlling that she would let you know. That's what I think. But I'm excited.
Let me ask you guys a Sal question.
Yeah. If you're listening now, Sarah has to come on the show and talk to us about if she's accepting the apology or not. That's what I'm excited about.
I think she might deliberately. She might deliberately not be in the chat just to test to see.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
But now we've reached the point. Are you done with the apology? Have you finished, John, with your apology?
Look at Riff Raff going. In what era did Gary look the best? It's like a valedictorian at summer school. I don't know.
Yeah, he does.
Early Sirius. What'd you say?
He got a makeover in '98 where like they did something kind of acceptable with his hair.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So yeah,
that's true. That's a good one. I'm gonna go early Sirius. He was thinking like it was ushering in a new era of. Let me ask you guys a Sal question.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single person on the show that you can't tell, and I'm not even talking shtick coma. You don't know what's sincere with him and what's not. What is shtick? What is him playing to Howard and what is not? Like, you don't know. He will deliberately say racist stuff, sexual stuff that would get anybody fired just to get on the air. What percentage of his playing stupid or mispronouncing things, his whole shtick, is real and what's not?
Davyd,
and the bullshit with the fucking psychic and the pretending he's hypnotized.
Let's send it to Davyd for the verdict.
Yeah, I think that most of it is acting.
Me too.
I think the crying is often acting. I think Will accused him of stealing bits from Stern Fan Network, and Sal lost his mind.
Yep.
That I believe is real. Because
I think he's a crazy racist. I think without question he's a crazy racist. I mean, that's definitely in there.
I think that, because he's sort of shameless and kind of like reflexive about it. It's not even that. I think he's not like the provocateur that like Ralph is trying to
very reflexive. He's also a huge boiler room con man. He had how many. He's a crazy. When we get into him with some other show, with what was it? It was a big scam where a typical fucking pump and dump boiler room scam that he got. So yeah, he's a total piece of shit. I mean, they're all pieces.
Someone handed me a note saying that you know how you're in love with me and stuff, and like you can even memorize what shirts I wear, and like you worship me. And I'm not the first person that you ever worshiped. That you had like almost a stalking charge against you.
Oh, with Marisa Tomei.
The manager had to make sure that you were never around Marisa Tomei, and they took out like a restraining order against you.
In the stock market, sometimes we would get lists of big celebrity names. So I was a big fan of Marisa Tomei from my cousin Vinny. I used to love the way she looked. I used to masturbate to her all the time. So she cut her hair at a point, and remember when she cut it real short, she dyed it blonde, and she looked really ratty.
Okay.
So I decided to call her up and leave her a message. I go, I think you look a little ratty. You don't look Italian anymore. You don't have the right look. What are you doing to yourself? I used to pleasure myself to you, and, you know, you're going downhill. Get back to that original hot Italian look. And her and her lawyers called. They traced the call. And they said, we don't know who that guy is, but whoever he is, if he ever calls again, we're going to put a restraining order out on him and have him arrested for harassment.
Wow.
Now, he must have got fired for that.
Oh, any other workplace, you'd be on the spot. On the fucking spot.
He couldn't be a stockbroker after that. I wish they'd asked him.
Or
if he
they
got
at least
fired.
probably took away like celebrity clients that he would have access to. It's like you're.
But he said he used to masturbate to her. He left that in the message.
Well, could you imagine interviewing for a job and you have to put that up front?
Crazy.
Oh,
He's a
anything else you forgot to
scumbag
tell
like
us?
JD.
I got cease and desist and almost arrested for stalking Marisa Tomei. I told her I wanted to. Could you imagine having only this show would that be lionized?
Right.
We played that on our show, right? We that was a few weeks or a month ago. We played that on here. There's another thing with him and stealing money from someone in the I can't remember what it is. We played that Marisa Tomei on.
I've never heard. Yeah, that's. I don't know about this one you just mentioned. I'd love to.
No,
hear
I know.
that one,
We got to do a
money.
show on him. We got to do a full show on him.
You know, John,
that'll be 10 shows though.
I know.
No, I know. Well, no, not 10.
No, we'll pick
9.
the good stuff. Yeah, we'll pick.
John, that's a really good point that you made. Where it's like, Sal's not trying to Sal has like that charge of stalking Marisa Tomei on his rap sheet. And he's not applying for a new job at like a Panera Bread like me.
You wouldn't get hired at Panera Bread.
Right, exactly. But
that's like what they say about Trump and all his felonies. You wouldn't get hired at Burger King.
Right.
The joke is you wouldn't get hired at Burger King.
But
he's working at McDonald's. I'm sorry. He was at the drive-through doing this fake thing with McDonald's. Right. And they said with his actual criminal record, he wouldn't be able to get hired at McDonald's.
Right. Yeah.
Trump. Yeah.
And so here he is on the Howard Stern show where there's more female celebrities that come in. It's a unique situation where they have female celebrities come in and they still don't fire him after that.
Yeah. And then Howard's always worried about kiss. There's actually one of our cleaning out computer clips is involved in the guest, and Howard's bragging about how he doesn't harass his guests and he wants to bullshit. Like that is such crap. Also, too, that's one step away of being a registered sex offender, right? That level of stalking. What's the difference if you just stalked a kid, right? You were a pedophile.
Yeah.
You would be a registered sex offender. Like you'd be like Rob Hester or something, right, Brenda?
And then
that's a Sable reference. That was a kid who actually is from my grade.
I think we've is that
I think we brought him up once. Yeah,
we've reached.
You got to see the mugshot. You guys got to see. He has to take a picture of himself every year. And so Brendan's obsessed with this guy. So I went as a gift to Brendan, and I found this dude has like 30 mugshots, and every year he has to take a picture of himself as a registered sex offender.
Wow.
That's the whole show, Davyd. They're all sex pests, deviant, predators with no charisma, right? You would never get hired anywhere. This is the whole show. And like someone like Brandano looks normal. That's why he could get like Marci or fucking Deborah Stern, because look who he's comparing himself to. They're all troglodyte, deviant scumbags, all of them.
And it was valuable for Howard that Sal was this kind of like very direct deviant, because whether it's getting bits out of like him harassing Erica Durant or telling Bobby Flay's wife that,
doing Howard's bidding
for him.
The burgers taste like pussy, yeah.
No doubt. Bond, do you have the Metallica stuff? Because I want you to comment on this. Because I'm going to show this before, if you want to look for it, because you don't have to do it. I'm just going to show you this. So one of the current things with this awful show is to do damage control for all the negativity Howard's getting. And don't let me forget this, Davyd. I'm going to do, my cousins and I had this chat and text about Howard, and I actually, parallel thinking, saw it on Reddit at the same time, and it's about what it would be like if, when you die, what people would say about you at your funeral.
Right.
That's the gist of what I'm going to say, but I'm going to get to that at the end of this. So this is, the Stern Show did this thing, and I believe this is damage control, trying to deflect from the negative press they got. So out of nowhere, they decided to do this. I mean, you talk about, and again, I have so many. The 2025 Howard Stern Show Ultimate Fan Experience. Super fans enjoy this is the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah.
Super fans enjoy a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet his on-air staffers, and they highlight J.D. Harmeyer, Richard Christie, and Ronnie Mund. It's the Howard Stern Show. They love their fans so much that the host of the show, who makes all the money, will not be there.
Right.
He won't even come 90 miles within you mutants. That's how much he thinks of his fans. He won't even zoom in for you people. That's how much the host of the show thinks you are not going to get Robin. You're not going to get Fred. You're not they would take Artie. Because if Artie showed up, that'd be the greatest thing in the world.
You're not even getting Benji. Like,
well, Benji is actually there.
Oh, is it? Okay, all right.
He's in the second row. Can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe I should enlarge it a little bit.
Oh, I see him with the hat and the sunglasses.
Is this a recent post? Are we looking at?
This is like last week.
Okay.
Wow.
So I don't know all of them.
Saying?
There's a lot of these are just like, there's Jason, Ronnie, that Blit asshole, Gary,
John Hines behind Blit.
Yeah, Derek Jones, that Samantha chick, Christine, Mamet, JD, and again, these are staffers. You don't even know that this is part of how you can have 90
people. Pale Richard looks at the bottom there.
Yeah,
really pale, dude.
But
get a tan.
I want to point out the diversity on this show, because when I think, if you can't be woke if this is your staff. This looks like a fucking Klan meeting. Look at this. Look at this. There's not even a Hispanic in the mix. It's everyone's white or Jewish. There's no diversity. If you were black, why would you listen to the show? Look at this staff.
Is that Sal?
He's
on
supposed
the left?
to be woke, right? Everyone's calling him woke. Where are the black people?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a complaint that the Stern Show got in the early 2010s? Like, the Stern Show's too Jewish, and they had the group photo of right, yeah.
And like the Jews are, I don't know what it is, it's 5% of America, and they're all on the Stern Show. It's, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't know it. Everybody's like, you almost like it's, and even like Shuli and da. So they do this horrible fan thing. Like, it's so forced, right, guys? It's just forced and too late, too little, too late. Who gives a shit? Who would even sign up for this? What fans even remain anymore? Could you imagine look at that? You thought, what was that Dennis Miller joke about the Publishers Clearinghouse? You thought there were a lot of zeros in the prize. Look at this picture. Right. Look at this. Who would consider even like how now in 2025, Stern Show Summer School went out with a bang on Wednesday with a lucky group of Stern Show superfans made the most of a lifetime opportunity to go behind the scenes with their favorite show. It ain't this. Tour Howard's compound. I'd love to see that go down. Meet he's not coming back if they're able to do this, right? I mean, meet a litany of beloved on-air staffers in 2000 Ultimate Fan Experience. Go ahead, Davyd. I hear you.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, like, who was it that tried to, like, pay people to come to the 60th birthday show? Was that Ross Sapin?
Ross Sapin.
Yeah. I wonder if they
did
that.
So he sat outside. They didn't have any. It's like filling seats at you know how the NFL has a blackout rule? Like, if they don't fill the seats, they black the game out as like a pennant to the fans, as an FU to the fans. Oh, you didn't show up to the stadium, so we're going to black the game out. It's a different word. Who gives a shit? Nobody feels like going to the stadium for 7 hours. Right. They're at home looking at their fantasy team. Right. It's not the same world. Like, going to an NFL game is not. It's not fun. Davyd, you went to a Browns game. It is a big production, and if you're you don't want to. It's not worth it in a lot of ways. As big an NFL fan as I am, It's not worth it going.
And my dad was a big NFL fan, but we went to very few games because it's just like the tailgating and like all the shit you have to get through to get to the actual seats. And then you can't leave because that's a whole
that you can't just leave. Right.
Like for me to, as a 10-year-old boy, to like try to go find the bathroom to, pee in a trough with other drunk men, and then try to find my way back to my seat was.
Look at Quitter here, guys. Sal's favorite movie is My Cousin Pissing. God damn it, Quitter. That's a good joke. And then the whole stuff with Mutt's daughter, right? Sniffing Mutt's daughter's pants. He is a piece of shit.
Fuck you. Go home and play with your kids.
What?
Glenn Gary.
Glenn Ross. Earth Dog. This Earth Dog here, guys. Do you jerk off to the MTV drunk show? This guy, any and everywhere I want to do it just so he cannot say it anymore.
Right.
He is obsessed. I've never seen a human being more obsessed with one thing. He wants us to dedicate this whole show every week to the MTV and never do anything else. Like it's just, he would be happy if all we did. This whole podcast just became the MTV drunk show. You bet you're going to be on that show. Nobody is obsessed with more, not even Bon Jovial and cigarettes. This guy and the MTV drunk show. Not even Prince and Tendrils could compare to this guy in the drunk show. Juan Gonzalez, who are these black people? I did have that tone, that fucking Seinfeld tone. Yeah, Al W. That's Howard's entire listenership is in that group picture. That's funny.
Let's get into it. So they offered you could pay to meet that group of people,
and they're taking your money.
I guess it's happened, right?
Summer
and how
school
much
host
do you think it cost?
Oh, I don't know if there's no way they reveal it here, right? Summer school host Gary Dell'Abate, John High, MC the second annual celebration, which gave fans a chance to see firsthand how the show gets made. There's no way they reveal shit. Where's Marci? That's who. If I would have like, where's Marci? I would run around going,
where's David Allen?
Yeah, that's how the show gets made. Where's Marci? That's what I would say the whole time. Richard Christie, Sal Governelli, Puppet Master, Steve Nowicki, longtime producers Jason Kaplan, Derek Jones. How could he not be black with a name like Derek Jones? That is the blackest name.
One. Yes.
Right?
Tamara would agree, I'm sure.
They all, every black, J.D. Harmeyer, Samantha Fontana, sounds like a fake name, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound like a fake name? Samantha Fontana.
Sam Fontan.
Yeah. Benji Bronk,
Mike, cool.
Holly showbiz name. Benji Bronk, Mike Perlman, and John Blitt. The afternoon was filled with unforgettable moments and wild surprises. The only surprise you get is fucking Artie showed up, or they got to speak to Marci.
Jackie showed up, right?
Isn't it sad that it's a given that Howard's not going to go? Like they know, even these idiots, even dunderheads know Howard. Even these lemming dunderheads know Howard's not showing. They go into it knowing he's not going to show up, and they still go. Perhaps. None more rousing than the sudden and unexpected appearance on Sin City staffer. Oh God, how did this happen that he's the big get? Well, can you believe? Is there anything more? I would say that the worst thing that happened to the show was the fixation, in a number of ways, is the fixation on Ronnie and JD. I think that becoming a get and Howard brainwashing the audience into thinking these people are entertaining or worth filling up airtime is the worst thing to happen to the show. And you morons went along with it. You know what I mean?
Right. These people are actually just super fans of like Ronnie's block party and Beecher's Madhouse or whatever the fuck he was involved with.
That was the days when Artie was there and they would give it to him and he was put in his place and shit. Flew back to New York. Just literally, Ronnie's like the Artie replacement. I mean, that's how I view it in a way. Yeah. Isn't that the worst? God, what a white trash low. I mean, your brain turns to fucking Jello pudding pops listening to the show. I remember on Radio Gunk, I would feel my brain atrophying. I could feel with each clip, and we're saying the same thing every show. Yeah, now Gunk is going to come back. Oh my God, Howard's going to give it this stupid. That's what I hate about this fucking stunt he's trying to pull here and I got some comments on that too. Flew back to New York with just for the occasion and received a standing ovation from excited. Who would clap for these idiots? Who would clap for these idiots?
my
Kill
God.
yourself. Kill yourself.
They're
Look at
doing
this.
like
Look at the gift bag. Look at the Michael Rappaport gift bag.
the Howard Stern tote bag full of
That's
you
what
know.
you carry around like Aldi's. Look at that thing.
Ah.
It probably is Aldi stuff in there. Look at Tina Fey with Down syndrome and braces in the middle here. What?
God.
Who is that?
So it must have cost $500 at least
Why
for
would
them
you?
to do this. And then they must get the money, the staff, because they wouldn't do this for free. I don't think.
Oh,
or
thank you
maybe
for
they
the
would.
tiny Howard Stern show beach ball, inflatable beach ball in my tote
Well, how about
bag.
this, guys? So they have to have this whole thing because you can't have it in Howard's office, right? Which is like 10 times the size of this. They have half the building. And they can't even. These poor people are crammed into a fucking clown car. Look at this. This is a NyQuil cup.
They can't even use the town hall where Billy Joel did his set with Howard. Like it's
They have
God.
half the building.
Oh, that's so demoralizing.
Oh, that stupid Ronnie cardboard cutout. God, it's so unfunny. God, it's so God. This so.
Hi, Crazy Robin.
That was Tamara Francois. Look at this booth.
Look, and you know, Jonathan Blitt is like so happy he has like a photo taken at an angle that makes it look like he's at Comic-Con. Like
I
and he has
know.
some sort of
Look
importance.
at the pompous ass look on their face signing. Where's Teresa Giudice, Davyd, to clear that table off, right? Just dump the table on him.
Call them all prostitution whores, right?
Look at this Whitey Bulger replicant here. Look at this guy. Look at this. Okay, Steven Singer. So it's not even they're not even paying for it. Just Steven Singer donated it. Nice. What is that? Hand sanitizer?
What is it? Yeah. What is that
What is
stuff?
this
Let's
shit?
have a
What
look.
kind of gift bag is that?
So there's a box.
So Steven Singer donated merch in lieu of Howard reading live ads for that week. Is what happened.
Oh, totally, Davyd.
This is crazy. Just slow down, John. I'm loving these photos. Look at this. Oh, good God.
The shaved head with the fucking beard, the tap out bumper sticker on the fucking pickup truck look. Look at the Eugene too. That guy's Mike Perlman.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's the worst group that you'd want to meet.
That's
if
Wolfie,
paid.
by the way, on the left. That's that fucking Wolfie with the fake smile.
I've never seen Wolfie. Okay.
God. Keep going. This is fascinating. Okay, so it's a beach ball. That's what part of what you get.
Yeah.
Inflatable and it's tchotchkes. That's what this is. This is crazy. Keep going. I'm loving it.
They got that from Dollar Tree, and then they grafted the Howard Stern show over it. You could literally buy that at the Dollar Tree.
Oh, they probably like sent away the logo to like some service that puts your logo on a beach ball, and they just got them mailed in. You know,
yeah, and you get water on it, and it all starts wearing off.
Right. It starts fading immediately. Right.
God, I hate it. Look on the right. There's like packages that they can take.
Condoms or something. Yeah.
That's Marci Turk and Ben Bardo's condoms.
This is classic. Keep going. This is great. Good ferreting. I would not be aware of this.
It's kind of out there. I showed it to the other night. The list you'll love, and I got some comments on that too. Missing in action, no doubt. Right? Everybody's at least got to be over. Who under 50 would be at this thing? Right?
It's it's just Bridge and Tunnel New Yorkers who still listen to Howard every morning religiously, and they just haven't retired.
Look at Davyd with the Bridge and Tunnel comment. I love it. Remember that line in Boiler Room when they had that exchange with James Caan's son, Scott? There was a table full of gay guys, and they go, James Caan's son is a classic Eugene Wigger, a Boiler Room Wigger, and he says, "Hey, you know what, you guys? I think they should take all you guys and put you on an island somewhere or something like that. Bridge and Tunnel crowd." He goes, "You know what, baby? You're on it. It's called Manhattan," and they give like a gay high five to each other.
I was 83 in 1984, I think.
Armus of Wiggins is crazy. Crazy Robin. Gift bag probably is leftover K-Rock t-shirts. You know what, LW? I would rather have a K-Rock t-shirt.
When the show meant something.
Serious.
Honestly,
the surprise was Ronnie flew in. Fred was there? Was Fred there? I mean, not that that's great. I mean, that's more than you see him on the show. Like, what's the point? Like, I would think that people I didn't even know Fred was still with the show. I mean, like, what would that even do for anybody? They should be Bon Jovial fans at this point.
Keep scrolling on this picture. Next picture.
Okay, down.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So who? Oh, good
So
lord.
here's autistic Tina Fey with her braces. She actually looks like Rachel Dratch and Tina Fey had a kid.
Yeah.
That's what would come out. And this is her husband.
You're paying to meet people who who aren't allowed to talk to you, basically.
They're not allowed to talk to him.
They're not allowed to talk about anything.
Look at how big Howard's name is, Bond, like behind them, and the guy's not there. He gets all the money. His name's on a thing. He has half the building, and he's such an elitist piece of shit. He can't even zoom in to say thank you.
No, but that's asking way too much. That's
Why?
Just impossible. It's impossible.
But the fact that we've bought into that, Bond.
You know that. Yeah. But they should know by now, and they shouldn't be paying for this. But I mean, you get to meet Sal. That's one thing, and Richard.
Sal's
that's that's the two things that maybe some people would be
his
interested
Gavin
in.
Newsom model hair. For,
Sal's hair, Davyd. That's brilliant what you just said. He went from Gavin McLeod to Gavin Newsom in the last 5 years. Oh my God, Davyd, that gave me such an inspiration for that
that's
line.
so funny. I didn't know that.
Look at those hair, Gavin McLeod to Gavin Newsom.
Oh, that's great.
I've got one. Here, Davyd. Here, Davyd. This is for you.
Thank you for that, Davyd.
Who was that?
Oh, John.
Do that again.
Thank you for that, Davyd.
You don't remember, do you, John? This is what Sara was getting on you about. You don't remember that, do you?
Thank you for that, Davyd.
Man, I don't know who that is.
No, that's she would find that. Davyd remembers, don't you?
No, I don't actually.
Look at this son of
well, fuck you both.
Yeah, I mean, fuck me. I don't know. What
Look at this. It's the HAL 2001 Space.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I can't believe neither of you remember
Thank you for that, Davyd.
I feel like I've only seen that video once, so I didn't
that
connect
makes
it
me
right
feel
away.
even better now because I made a shorty of it, so it was out there.
Steve doing puppet shows.
Disappointing from both of you.
I'm sorry, Bon. I'll do better. A 25th anniversary retrospective.
They don't. There's not even meals. So they're giving them bottled water. And what is that? Chicken? Is that a chicken bone or ranch dress? No, it's hand sanitizer and bottled water. Fun. Look at Sons of Grandpa Knee on the right. Look at him. Grandnarchy. Look at him.
I think they went to a bodega and they got like prepared like fried chicken drumsticks with like a side of ranch and it's in the flimsiest little trays.
6 buffalo wings for everybody. Look at this.
Howard couldn't even call up Richie Notar at Nobu and have it catered.
Keep scrolling.
I'm trying to figure out who the guy on the left is.
Oh, John Hine. Jesus.
Very pale. They're all very pale.
Does anybody deserve to wear lanyards less than these people? I don't even think they deserve to wear lanyards. That's how I think.
Looks terrible.
There's Gary. Dear. That's the big get. I mean, to me, that's the big get. That's who you want to.
Oh, you get Gary, you get Sal, you get Richard.
You get Gary.
I mean,
you get the historical figure Baba Booey.
What fun guys! They wear Hawaiian shirts
and tennis shoes.
Gray
slacks.
Well, the whole work outfits thing is over. See, they're wearing that.
Yeah.
That's gone out the window. I don't think they wear. I think they're back to sweatpants normally. Any event that'll have a camera at it, they have to get dressed up. But
wear
normally
the blazers,
now,
right?
They're all backed in their pajamas because nobody ever goes in there now.
Yeah,
I've seen worse blazers from Sam Bowie and Greg Oden, for Christ's sake. Look at this. So this is celebrating 20 years on SiriusXM. Now watch this, what happens. This is my big observation. Hey now, I swear to God, I wish Gary Shandling would sue them, would put a cease and desist.
Yeah.
They do not deserve a show that is an unbelievable force of nature, iconic, just brilliant as Larry Sanders Show, and this piece of shit show
this is
has
read
co-opted
read
Hey
this
Now.
Tell them what this is, John. This is outrageous. You showed me this the other day. Oh,
So the Stern Show is
no.
celebrating 2 decades of Howard on satellite radio, and we want your help all summer long, picking the top 20 moments from 20 years on Howard. Select your top 5 moments and top for week for another. Tell us your favorite celebrity guest interview, and come back every week for a new highlight. Don't forget to visit the Howard page. Okay, so now remember, go back to the launch of Sirius in the beginning, right? We have here Howard pranks Sal with a retirement announcement. Robin captures the new theme in Guatemala. Howard's 2014 birthday bash. Sarah Silverman smells Richard Christie's testicles, as we are supposed to be woke, right? We're evolved, and we're putting this. JD
Remember,
Harmeyer,
everyone listening right now, this is what you can vote for. This is
what you can
on
vote
the
for.
screen. What we're looking at is a list that they've given you the options, and John's reading them now. Out of the,
this is the best of
unbelievable
20 years.
Keep going, keep reading.
JD Homer cancels the Ronnie Munn radio show. Howard reacts to Ringo Starr's Peace and Love tape. That's a moment, really. Gary Dell'Abate boasts about pieces of vinyl. That was my pick in this pile of shit. Whackpacker Eric the actor is Derek from Texas. Whackpacker Relly Martin gets sick on the air. Sal Governale demands a traction from Jason Kaplan. That's fake. Richard Christie's hat desecrated after, so it's the cum hat, right? So we have that for kids to vote on. And special people court, Whackpacker, high-pitch Eric sentenced to Will LaFarger's gas chamber. Whackpacker medicated Pete sings Purple Rain. Gary Prince comes up even when you don't want him to, right? Gary Dell'Abate
exactly right.
books guest with whooping cough. Ronnie Munn recalls walking and the parents having a threesome. Wendy the Slow Adult gets stuck in a dumpster. Whackpacker Tan Mom sings Free to Be Me. Howard creates his own Spider-Man musical. Robin Quivers gets caught singing cocaine to herself. Phony phone calls. Sal asks a pizzeria to hold the everything.
Choices,
no.
Davyd and John.
Look at those choices, right? So what did you guys notice without me revealing?
No Artie.
No Artie, right? He's responsible probably for, if you in 20, I would say he's responsible for 10 of them.
Yeah.
So now the entire red flag list is balanced. You have no Artie, you have no roasts. They have wiped away history. They have eliminated anything. If that's not a telltale sign. So you have Marci probably editing this, right? With Howard. You have why the roasts, which everybody loves, right? Can't do them anymore. Who hosted the roast? Bob Levy. Can't have him on there. So all the red flag people have been eliminated from history. This is not the last 10 years.
And Stuttering John, nothing.
No, well, John was never. John's not on Sirius, so John wouldn't really be part of Sirius. But I know what you mean.
Oh, that's right. Of course, that's true. Technicality there.
So
special people. Some of this stuff I've never seen. The Will LaFarger's gas chamber. I've never seen that. That doesn't bring anything to mind.
I don't even remember that. I mean, I tend to not pay attention.
Purple Rain. I don't remember that. How could that be memorable?
It's not. They're just grasping at stuff that they need.
Garbage.
They're trying
shows
to
where their brains are at now. It's all just a mess. It's a mess.
It really is. It's the lowest brow.
Oh, and the top one there that you've got Howard Stern's 2014 birthday bash. Like, you're going to rank that. Good God.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's so you know that Marci put this together, right? With that being on there, or she definitely is part of this. But it's unbelievable how condescending, how reductive to even the stupidest fans among us that they would put this out and then call it 20 years and then wipe. Artie would literally. I think he's responsible. If I had to be objectively, I would say he's responsible for half that list. I think that his fight with Teddy, his fight with Sal, the bro fight, on and on and on and on. He would be on that list.
Even the bits like where like he they had like an 18-year-old stripper named Crystal something on, and he called in from the office as her black boyfriend, ex-boyfriend or something. And like, you know, I mean, he did, beyond the fights, he did some really funny bits on the show too that far blow all of these things out of it. It's also really insulting how, you know, they put this list together as if these are all like iconographic like moments in pop culture history, like, you know, Gary booking a guest with whooping cough as if it's like the turkey drop on WKRP or something. Like you're supposed to fucking care.
You have no business knowing WKRP fucking references. You really weren't alive when that show was on. I can't believe, what, my Venus flytrap over here?
Oh,
Leave it on
man.
to bring up the black guy.
Anyway.
Oh, my Gordon Jump. I'm going to have a quick latte with Gordon Jump.
Rest in peace, Lonnie Anderson.
Look at this. Oh, it's right. Lonnie Anderson passed away.
Yeah.
Look at this, Nick. The biker guy looks like the type of guy that would take his pet parrots at Costco on his shoulder. That's so funny, Nick.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, there's always one of those for the attention, right? Or play guitar on the boardwalk.
Right.
Show is only enough budget for Costco hot dog. They wish. Costco is like I don't even know if they have that. Rotisserie chickens. How much were the guests vetted before they? That's a great point, Quitter.
Oh yeah.
How much vetting did they do on them?
So that an arm doesn't get in there under the guys.
More like a Monique doesn't get in there.
The gift bag at the party is Howard's favorite thing: is a cup of hot water, an electric kettle. This is Melvin. Metamucil, purple scarf, guitar picks, Nobu menu, private parts, air freshener, Ozempic. The show isn't even paying them enough to afford dry cleaning their blazers anymore, says LW. And fettered popcorn tins. That's good. Allison Stern. That's so funny, LW. The Allison Stern
I've got something
tin.
though. This is classic, but John sent me an option. There's an option to add your own, and this is John's option.
Oh, I was going to get to that.
He
Okay, I
wanted
was going to get to that. So they want you to pick your favorite interview in the last 20 years, and this is what I wrote. And I urge everybody in the sound of my voice in this chat to do exactly this. Now I want you to pick.
Totally.
I put Marci Turk and Bob Ostrowski from House Arrest. Now you could choose Allison Stern
classic,
and her husband,
ladies and
David
gentlemen.
Simon. Amanda Pete's a good one. Guys, who else? Dana Plato, Erica Durance.
If they're serious era ones, like yeah, I would choose like the woman in Boston who claimed to be a friend of Allison, who said Howard cheated with her on Allison. I would pick
yeah,
that.
Mary Jones,
right?
Yes. Who's the model that he called the C word again?
Rachel Hunter.
Rachel Hunter. So put things like that. But Marci Turk, especially put Marci in there. Please, everybody, in the sound of my voice, log on to howardstern.com and write choices like this. Amanda Pete, Bob Ostrowski from House Arrest, whatever you can think of.
Maria Menounos claiming she met David Allen at Howard's door.
Yeah, David Allen's a good one. Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
Right? Who else is not invited on the show anymore? Chauncey Hayden. Chauncey Hayden's a great one. Hayden's a great one.
The Neil Cavuto Chauncey stuff, because that was during Sirius. You could do that.
So those, and I just do it as much as you can, and just see, just even, nothing's going to become it. They're not going to bring any attention to it. We know that, blah blah blah. But please, just so they have to read it, and Marci has to see it. Just
so they know that we know.
They know that we know. Yes, Davyd, perfectly put. They put a 3.5-hour birthday bash on the same level as 15-minute bits.
True.
Artie, and everybody loves Juan Gonzalez's the high-pitched mic Disneyland story.
Disneyland, right?
Who could forget the Sarah Jessica Parker interview? Top 10. Thank you, A. Smith. You are a mensch. I love you, sir. And I'm still waiting for. We got to have a serious discussion about the Arizona Diamondbacks uniforms at some point, and I want to go over all 162. And we're going to go over how many times they change their hat, because I believe they never wear the same uniform twice. And in the sound of my voice, everyone, I know these two are harassing me all week. Fantasy football is coming up. I want at least 12. I want at least 12. Not Australian football, although I wouldn't be opposed to it. I want at least 12. Your country, Bon. One school shooting, Bon. And you guys eliminated all automatic weapons. That's how good Australia is.
In 1996,
one school shooting, and they got rid of it all.
That's right.
That's how it's done.
There
Australia
weren't many.
Did it right.
I don't want to upset the people that love I know you guys love your guns over there.
I don't. You Homo sapiens.
We didn't have many, but oh gosh, what was I about to say? But oh, that reminds me of something. You just mentioned Australian football. Hold on. Do you want to? Can we just?
Homo sapiens and your guns.
Magneto got it right. Right.
Yes. As he often does.
He always does.
I noticed Sara arrived, so that's a good
Oh, Sarah's
thing.
here?
She thanked A. Smith, I think, for.
Oh, okay.
A. Smith for.
You're
So
right.
she has arrived, but no comment yet on the status of her accepting or declining your apology at the start of the show. But can I just show you something? Since this is a cleaning out the computer, I'll show you something that. Speaking of Australian football, this all comes together perfectly.
That's a good one, JD Villataro.
This is a video I found of an Australian football moment. So just for people watching who don't know, this guy, just Ferret, pocket your pause for a moment, Ferret.
No,
Thank
yeah,
you.
okay, yeah.
This guy on the left who looks like Gary Dell'Abate in the is going to kick the ball, and he's going to try and kick the ball through the goal post. So the two on the right are the ones you want to get the ball through, and there's another one, you can't see it on the screen. There's another one that matches the one obviously on the left, on the other side there on the right. And if you get it through the two center ones, you get 6 points. And if you only get it through the left side one, you get 1 point. So you don't want to get it through there. Our goal is 6 points in Australian football. But have a look at what happens when this guy goes for this shot.
Bird? Bird's dead on the ground. Bird is dead! Oh my god!
That's crazy.
I got that on video! Oh my... Pick it up! Oh my god! No way!
The game must go on.
Did he survive? I know.
That shows you how vicious Australian football is. If you've ever wondered, and people might be wondering, is that what's the point of bringing all that? It also has a point because after I played that, I can now play this.
I don't think he meant to hurt the bird, but it's still not cool.
She knew about that? What is that from? What does that callback drop from?
No, it's just Sara talking about a bird.
It must be from a Browns game. I bet you there was a Cleveland Browns thing where it had to be.
Yeah.
It had to be. By the way, the Browns just announced they're going to have 17 quarterbacks each week this year. Different quarterback
Here we
every
go.
week.
But I love the way she says bird.
I don't think he meant to hurt the bird. The bird. The
Bird.
bird. The
Over-enunciated.
bird.
She's almost
The
too articulate.
bird.
You know how she loves making fun of my Long Island accent? She's devoid of any accent at all.
There she goes. She's back. Sarah's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
I think she accepted
Play the
John's
donation.
apology, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll see.
She's here.
I'm still not
she
convinced.
just commented. Hear the excitement in my voice.
Give us your money. Give us your money. Give us your money. Give us your money. You think this comes easily? You think Arm spends hours and hours and hours and hours ferreting because he loves it? You think Davyd learns the theme song to Cheers live on the air for his health? And what about the Sara man? She doesn't want to come on the show anymore, but everybody still loves her. Give her your money. What about Australia? You think it's cheap to broadcast from Australia? It costs hundreds of dollars an hour. Give us your money.
All right. I know what Sara means. So Sara you guys, I think you guys tag teamed on this. So Sara wants me to play this for A. Smith, I think.
Okay.
So every time there's a donation, you guys play. There's another one.
That was all.
My favorite one. So, like I said, we have lost our monetization on our channel for the time being. And if able, please donate via Cash App, upper left, Venmo, upper right, or the Buy Me Coffee, as I would pronounce it, in the middle. Thank you so much. The perfect accent of Sara. Thanks you so much. Completely Oregon and Washington State. And some David's Cleveland. Almost no accent at all.
We're eunuchs out there. Yeah.
The Falcon, that great black superhero.
I just played that because I was sitting there and I haven't played it in a
we haven't
while.
seen it in a
This
while,
little Depp head. Guys, I've noticed following a fake Johnny Depp on Twitter. That's a fake account posted by Johnny's Instagram. She thinks she's an Instagram. Little Depp head is a. She claims she has regular conversations with Depp himself every day. They said what only media he's on. She said, I cannot wait to meet Prince MBS and help him murder his next victim. So he's not on X. I didn't see that, little Depp head. You know, I'm having Twitter problems, as you can tell. Also, this idiot posted a post that he was with the narcissist. You think Johnny and his team would make an... okay. It's bound to happen. That's bound to happen, little Depp head. Washington State.
I'm going to burn you.
Randy Johnson killed a seagull. That's right. Good one, Riff Raff.
The bird.
Okay. So
the bird.
I'll leave it up to you guys. God, what's she going? Here's what's I have Crazy Rich refusing to leave the studio. Howard being denied by Paul McCartney the autograph with fucking Ashley. Steve Langford versus Howard.
What about Metallica, the gig on the weekend? That's current news.
Okay,
John.
you gonna do that?
No, I just thought you'd do it.
No, I thought you had. So we knew this, right? SiriusXM. I think that they should be a trivia contest for musical concerts and sporting events. Metallica played, and this is a Hamptons event. We nailed it at the, what was it called, Bon? You have the name of the venue again?
Stephen Talkhouse.
Yeah, Stephen Talkhouse, right. So here's Jim Florentine, Richard Christie. I guess that's that guy, Don Jameson in there somewhere, and Sal on the right. Now, you can make a case that Florentine is like a savant for rock and roll, so he definitely deserves, he should be sitting in the front, he should be on stage with them.
Yeah.
Richard, obviously huge Metallica fan, great drummer, he deserves to be there, but you should have to take, I think, Bon, how about if you have to identify who Cliff Burton is, and that gets you into the show.
Oh, yeah. That would, no one would know.
No one would know.
Be zero people in there. Yeah.
Right.
All they know is, oh God, they probably listen to Load and Reload albums. That's probably the.
Nothing
they
spells
think
Metallica.
Fuel is the best Metallica song.
Yeah. Nothing spells Metallica than Stephen's Talkhouse and these posers going to it is. You talk about jump the shark, Bon. I mean, there's nothing left for them to ruin. Like, you thought Howard ruined his legacy. I mean, this is also David's gonna love this. Davyd and I are both obsessed with Shoshanna Lonstein Gross, who is Jerry Seinfeld. Seinfeld's girl is 17. So I'm on her Instagram and I see this. Look at this. This is Shoshanna Lonstein's Instagram. What happened? Okay. Crap. Hold on a second. Let me, okay. That was a night. SiriusXM. Hashtag Metallica. This is Shoshanna Lonstein.
She was there.
She was there. And this is an intimate, the concert, what was it?
I can't fucking believe this.
Shoshanna Lonstein, who is the face of Jewish American princess, like born on third base, genetically and otherwise.
Is that what we're saying? Like,
yes.
Nobody's heard from this girl for so long. This is unbelievable. Can you zoom in on that at all?
So she gets to go to this. This is how privileged this bitch is. She gets to go to this. Wouldn't you think Seinfeld would be there too, guys? Howard, who just terrorized her for years, he's 2 feet away from her.
Oh,
This is
no.
crazy.
Howard had to check with Seinfeld for sure. Howard must
Definitely.
have known. I can't believe she would be there anyway. Like,
That's
she's
the
so
level of
irrelevant.
metalheads, Bon, at this show.
Look at you rabbit, you little ferret. You ferreted this
found it
out.
by
Are you
accident.
following her? Do you
Oh,
follow-
yeah. We follow her for Armfeld.
Yeah, for our purposes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
She had
That's
she's so
astonishing.
privileged. She had a bikini company go bankrupt, and she still goes to the Hamptons for months on end. If you had a bankrupt company, would you be vacationing for 3 months?
Well, my theory is because we read an article about her apartment was robbed of like $1 million worth of jewels or something, and I think she actually did a fake insurance thing where like she set up the robbers,
yeah.
because her
one,
company was
Davyd.
failing and she needed the money, and it was the reason that the
I think she
burglars
made out
were-
like a bandit too with her in the divorce with the
right.
guy. What is his name? Oh God, I forget her husband's name. Oh, Gruss,
forget
something
too.
Gruss. He's
Yeah.
like it's all that they're all like super entertainment lawyers on the
Financiers,
Upper East
right, yeah.
Side. Yeah. Go ahead, Davyd. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No. So I think that the article that detailed about her apartment being burglarized said that they were able to get in because she forgot to set the alarm. Now, she was going on vacation for the entire summer up to
Basically,
like Sag
yeah.
Harbor or something. If I was going away for 3 months, I would triple check that the alarm was set. You know, the idea that she forgot to set the alarm or like I would be so paranoid about that. I just don't totally believe the story that she gave in the article. So
Oh, I don't either.
I think
That was total bullshit. And then their neighbors are right on top. You know how many people could check on your house easily? They're right on top of each other. That whole community on the upper. It is the most. It's the Real Housewives of New York
Right.
section of Manhattan. That sort of Upper East Side, like old new money, just constant. I mean, if Gwyneth Paltrow wasn't an actress, she would be Shoshanna Lonstein. That's the kind of thing you're dealing with. Private school, Jewish American princess.
Yes.
That whole.
So she couldn't claim the insurance because she forgot to set the alarm.
I
So
think
she
you
just
nailed
lost
it.
millions of dollars.
Yeah, Rupert's right. The burglar went through the sky window, which you
that's
think
right,
you do
yeah.
it all the time. And how would you not have that, under, and yeah, that's it. But again, this is what happens when you brag on Instagram, right?
Right,
If
when
you
you're
were a
away.
burglar, you just go on Instagram and people, I'm in Sag Harbor for 3 months, bitches. Okay, well, that means your fucking apartment's open.
Or
That's
like,
that
why is she
Bling
not getting
Ring
someone to
movie,
house sit
yeah.
for her?
Yeah.
That's the other thing too.
But you just set the freaking alarm. How could you forget that when you leave a
That's
place
why I
like
don't
that
totally
that has-
believe it. I think she's trying to pull some insurance scam or something. I don't know.
Dave Winfield killed a bird too. I forgot about that. That's crazy. Yeah, so she's at this thing, and it's crazy to think of her in the same. And I knew she's out there. That I knew that eventually this would happen. I would think Seinfeld was there, right? You'd
That's
think.
right. See, Howard must have checked.
had to have.
Howard probably knew every person who was going to be there. He pre-vetoed. Vetoed? No, the other word for that. I can't.
No, you're right. He vetoed anybody that he won. You're right. You're right. He would. He's the preeminent, like as far as Sirius is concerned, right? He's the preeminent celebrity that's there, right? So
Right.
she's got to be in, and he's fucking 6'8" at the show. How many people they let in? It was like an intimate show. Metallic, you couldn't humiliate yourself more. You are done. Cliff Burton is doing, pirouettes in his grave. Listening to this,
Right
now we're gonna get to the pinnacle though, because a photo of Howard emerged.
That's
and
true,
looked-
Brandon. That was the Seinfeld episode. That's right. In the
Oh, you
early season.
stomped on the moment, John.
Go ahead.
Oh wow!
This photo of Howard and Beth emerged from the gig. Look
Yep.
at him.
I want to know who's taking the shot. Shoshanna looks like. Look at the little spinner on Howard's right. She's three. Whatchamacallit? Vince Chase from Entourage, and then look at down. Davyd, is that her? Yeah, it's good zoom. That might be her, Davyd. Holy shit, that's her.
Okay,
That's fucking her. I swear to God, that's her.
Who?
I look at her Instagram all the time. That's Shoshanna. Lonstein.
Hang on, I'm looking.
There.
That is
I'm looking up
absolutely her.
It is. It's her eyes.
That's
and
absolutely
yeah.
her.
You
Holy
might.
shit,
I'm
she's
pretty
right
sure
next
you're
to him.
right. And look at Beth. Everyone loved this. Beth's looking down, and
Guys,
I'm
I
gonna
had
scroll
no
down.
idea she
Beth's
was that.
looking at her phone. Look at what
Wow.
Beth's got in her hand there.
Yeah, so Beth is pecking away on Instagram. Like she's probably blocking people like the Dikembe Mutombo on Instagram for 3 hours straight. Like if
Isn't
you're a
that
Metallica
mental?
fan, that must drive you crazy.
But isn't that disturbing that we zoom in on her hands?
Nice job, Bon.
Like
What do we
she's
got?
looking at.
Is that a program?
She's got a piece of paper and her phone in a little phone wallet, it looks like.
Is that Howard Will?
Classic arm. Yeah. So we've got this guy up here knows that.
I know it's
the
not him,
camera's
Juan. I
happening.
know it's not. I know it's look. He just looks like him, a Jewish Vince from Entourage.
Now we're going to
Adam
get onto
Friedland.
Howard's hair in a sec. But Davyd, you were going to say, go Davyd.
No, I mean, but that was my point about them going to that private Prince concert, is that Beth probably didn't even fucking care that they were there. She was probably texting the whole time, and she has no, like, as you say, people should be,
I can't believe it.
Super fans need to prove their worth in terms of where their proximity is to the band based on their knowledge of trivia. You know,
Bon,
what
that's
does Beth care about? any of
Davyd.
this?
That's my point. I think, and I'm in sports or music. You should. Do you know how many people? Do you know how many people deserve to be at this? People like Bon Jovial see this. It must drive you crazy, Bon. Like their whole life is that they know every member, they know every song, they know every riff, they know every note, they know everything they've ever done. And these people are at this show. It's just like sport. It is criminal. You should have to take a trivia test to get into this show. I'm not kidding. You should at least have to know who Cliff Burton is, or you can't get in.
God, look at that! Look at that receding. Look at that!
Yes.
Look at this.
Here we go. The main
Again,
event. Yep.
Howard hasn't been around a black person since Tyra Banks and that dinner party. There are no black people in the studio on their fucking horrible anniversary thing.
We've got
no black people
action
here.
There is receding, as Davyd was saying, and then there's this.
Oh right, yeah.
There's something.
Could you imagine getting next to a 71-year-old with that? You wouldn't stop staring at him. Like, look at this. Yeah. Look at this Burton monstrosity. Look at
Very
this.
short on the top. See, there's nothing. If you lifted that up there, yeah. So there's a lot going on there. It's not very. It doesn't look. It looks. You know, it's too bushy here. Am I right? We got any hairdressers in the
Bon, here's
chat?
his biggest nightmare. You're taking this picture, right? And then he's on his left side. So he's obsessed with getting his picture taken on the right.
And
so
it doesn't look that bad compared to the other side. It looks exactly there's nothing I see there that you do that. It looks all bad, but he's got a nice jacket. This jacket must be worth a fortune.
But Bun, you're right. The bottom it's almost like a Princess Leia bun, like on the side there. It's just like
that's
so
right.
big
It is right there. It's bulbous, wouldn't you say, Davyd?
Right.
It's bulbous. It doesn't look right there. It needs more. This area shouldn't be happening. It should be covered with hair there.
And nothing says Metallica like Ed Begley Jr. behind Howard on his bicycle. Look at that.
I was gonna say Alan Alda attended this concert too.
Is that whatchamacallit from The Sopranos? Robert Eiler on Howard's right, off in the top left corner. He's a shitty beard. Yeah. It could be.
I don't know.
It could be.
I'm not sure.
Jimmy Durante Stern. So this is like, it's just, again, I think I should let this know before we go to Eclipse. Howard's agent now, as I deduced properly, is, and it got leaked. Their hand was forced, because I believe it's a little of both. I believe some of that rumor is true about him getting canceled, and I think so. Howard's agent is Buchwald's daughter, and she tried to get in front of it, and they tried to leak a thing where he's going to do this, and they immediately tried to do damage control, so it's like a both, and they did the stupid September 2nd announcement, and then you have him here. How does he go to this and people aren't coming up to him going, oh my God? What I want to say before we get to our clips, and this is what, have you ever, people want to, like, what would someone say about me when I died? Like, oh, what would they say about me at my funeral? Howard actually my cousin and I had a text thread, and this hubbub about him and the cancellation and all the negative comments. You played the Cumia thing, and he echoes what I said. And any thread you see that on the little couple of days where this was big news, him getting canceled and blah, 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 he actually got to see what people think of him when he died. And that's what it's all negative. Like it is all go away. I didn't know he was still on. God, your show is horrible. You're horrible. He actually got, and all these fake cry wolf stunts that he tries to do to get attention. He actually got to see what it's like, what people think of him. Like, oh, I'm going to get all these people he knows who died. You know, like every week there's a new person in his age group who dies and they get a tribute or whatever. He actually got to see what it would be like.
Yeah.
People have no reverence.
It'd be hauntingly depressing.
There was no reverence at all for him going away. Like it was, I would say, guys, 98% negative. Like in the worst possible way. Like go away, enough of you're, you know, just all different. Yeah, there's 4 different angles. Go ahead, Davyd. I'm sorry, you're about to.
Well, when he dies, what's going to be what's going to be interesting is that unlike other celebrities, Howard has contributed nothing to the world in terms of like just, you know, his quote art form. You know, you can't turn
that
like
wasn't
a
just
Betty
for
White,
himself, right?
That wasn't just for himself, right? Like I know there's the North Shore Animal League stuff, but that's all like you compare that to someone like a Betty White who like. Right. And Betty White was like for 50, 60, her entire life was was also associated with animals and the LA Zoo.
The whole North Shore Animal League thing, Davyd, was a scam by Buchwald to give Beth some kind of relevance, to give her a job of some kind to write off because she's such a ne'er-do-well joke. Right. We have to give Beth some kind of purpose. So this is what we're going to come up with. That's how you do it in PR.
Yeah, and I think that with other, even with the worst of your worst celebrities, like they are tied to some kind of charity or some sort of like giving back that does seem a little bit more genuine. Howard, there's nothing, you know, there's nothing you can really point to that he did that did some good for the world, you know.
Kathy Griffin exposed him that time. She's like, what charities do you do? And he just couldn't even. And then Gary had to rush in and do damage control, you know, run interference from, Howard's done this, you know, so he does nothing.
This woman was nowhere when she did our show.
So that's Kathy Griffin. But then you have people I love to, like, in some of these like threads, the most positive thing that he would get is like, oh, come on, the guy made my commute so in a miserable time he got me through some bad times. No, he did it for himself. This isn't charity work. He's getting $100 million a year. He's not doing that for you. The last thing he cares about is your pleasure, your entertainment. He's doing this for himself, to get more famous, to get more money. There's not the last thing he's concerned about is what his fans get out of the show. As you could see from that fucking studio bullshit we just showed you. He didn't even show up. I mean, he wouldn't even go on Zoom to meet these people.
If anything, he's happy that he picked a medium where he has a captive audience because you're stuck in your car going to work. I mean, that's probably the real reason that he's obsessed with being on in the morning is that, it's
can't leave.
You can't leave. You can't. I mean, you could change the station, I suppose, but like what, you know, there is not much else. That's how shitty radio is, that there isn't much else you can listen to, you know?
Then it also becomes a thing. I think at a certain point too, when he had the option to leave that time slot, then it became, I got to get to the Hamptons. So the way to do that is he thinks that if I'm out of there at noon on Wednesday, I'm in the Hamptons, and that's another day off. So he thinks of that as a day off in the Hamptons. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like if his show is in the afternoon, he wouldn't go to the Hamptons. He wouldn't have the day in the Hamptons. So it had a lot to do. He's only working 20% of the year anyway, at its peak, which is ridiculous. And that's, I mean, from the day he started, the whole goal, how many days off can I get? How little live radio can I do? And how can I bilk the company for all its money? That was the goal the whole time.
Yeah.
I could care less what the fans want or think, or they expect a product. None of that.
And still have 2 floors in the building and 2 channels on the service, you know, and not lose that despite the fact that I'm generating less original content. Yeah.
They were going to give him a 3rd one. And even they had to go. You can't even, you know, you can't even program 2. They were going to give him a 3rd at one point. Rupert Pumpkin, Chuck DeZito is still waiting for his ticket to the 60th birthday party. But that's what Howard got a taste of what it was like when you die. This is what people think of him because he did that fake thing. I'm going away. and it backfired magnificently. He'll get a little bit, Bon Jovi and I were talking about this. He'll get a little bit of heat, those first, and doesn't deserve it. And you should be ashamed if you're falling into this trap. I mean,
It reminds me of this clip that you showed early in the year, John, where they just sledge him.
Remember a time when going on Howard Stern as a presidential candidate would seem controversial. Now he's tame. I had to explain to my Morgan students who Howard Stern was, right? But I know that he matters to Generation X and Boomers.
Yeah, that's Professor Jason Johnson from Morgan State, who I love. I want to be friends with that guy so bad. Big comic book fan, big sports fan, super intellect. I love that guy, and he was on that, and that's MSNBC, and that. If MSNBC suits see that, they have to go, this is what Gen Z thinks of this show. This is where it's gone. That's just a natural reaction. He wasn't trying to kill him. He just said that was when he did the Kamala interview. Jason Johnson comes in. He's like, I'm going over the media blitz the presidential candidates are doing, and they didn't know who Howard was. So that just backs up. That's really bad. That says everything, that clip.
I mean, it's unusual for me as a millennial to know who Howard Stern is.
I told you it was unusual. We asked you how the hell did you become. We asked you how the hell did you become a fan? It's almost weirder than Bon Jovi becoming a fan in Australia.
That's right. It is. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, and the only. It's my mother listened to it in the car when I was a kid, and even though I was bored by the show as a kid because I don't really get what's going on, I discovered clips on YouTube early in college, and just I enjoyed the 90s, Billy West, Jackie stuff, and it did kind of turn into like a fascination with the soap opera aspect of the Howard Stern show, and then discovered
that's all gone away.
And discovered your probably Don Buchwald channel or something. I was like, oh,
that was
wow. All these incendiary clips, right?
Yes, incendiary, Bon. Catch that? Nice use. Good one, good one, Davyd. Thank you, Melvin. So Melvin's got a profile of Shoshanna Lonstein's ex-husband. Josh.
It's a pretty riveting appearance, I have to say.
Age 51 now, has an MBA from Columbia and London Business School. Of course he does. He owns Quad Studios in Nashville on Music Row. He owns the rights to many, many songs. This is so, including Total Eclipse of the Heart. So she gets half of his shit, I'm sure, and has, I think, 2 or 3 kids.
She gets a partial eclipse of the sun from Josh Grass.
She gets a lunar eclipse. She gets a Mac the Knife. That's great, Davyd. Oh, that's a great line. But that's just what Melvin writes here. You don't even know, but that's so, these entertainment lawyers, and we have rights to the song, and this is like the world. This is how the kind of the privilege live. We just know these little deals they make, and the Upper East Side. This is so. Thank you, Melvin, for that. I didn't realize it ran that deep. And there's a big scene in Nashville, right, music-wise.
Oh, it's rivaling LA right now. I mean,
right,
in a big way.
COVID gift bags. That's right. That's right.
Oh my
God. All right.
So,
just all sorts of embarrassing. They just can't stop embarrassing. The show can't sink any lower. They can't be more embarrassing. It's just everything they do is a misfire. Like every instinct Howard has now is wrong and embarrassing.
Yeah.
Go the fuck away. I hate with all my heart and soul that he has any heat in terms of that, announcement on September 2nd, and radio gunks jerking each other off. I'm gonna cover it. Thinking relevant. I hate every bit of this. It needs to go away. We need to not pay attention to any of it, and you should be ashamed. Again, falling right into his stupid cry wolf.
A radio gunk exclusive.
Well,
he's coming back in the announcement.
Willie won't he?
As you said, John,
it's a boutique hotel.
Go ahead,
hopefully,
Davyd,
I'm sorry. No, hopefully the plot to show up at his own funeral backfires, and he realizes how not beloved he is, and how not how much people don't speak well of him in his current place in the media landscape.
What was
I
he
hope that does have some
insulated
effect
from?
on.
What was he? Davyd, I finally have who you remind me of speech cadence wise, and this is a huge. I love this guy. I love this guy.
Here we
I
go.
see him all
This
the
better be
time on.
good.
I watch. I listen to everything the guy does. Podcasts. He's on MSNBC all the time, but he's not. He actually co-hosts. His name's John Heilman.
Okay, I know.
You
the
know
name.
him? He's like a reporter, a political commentator. Fantastic wit, hip guy, knows a lot about everything.
Okay, I'll check him
That's who you remind me of. And I think Nicole Wallace has him on a show for comfort. That's just like you. That's who you remind me of. That's there. Yeah, thank you, Rupert. John Heilman he's a MSNBC correspondent, huge lefty like me. That's who you remind me of.
Okay, I'll
yes,
check out
very
some clips.
measured, articulate, likable, all the right qualities, all the right.
I wonder if he's ever said boondoggle on MSNBC.
He might have. I think he'd drop a boondoggle here and there.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Hayes has.
Right.
You're such a dork.
Is that Sara?
Thank you, Sara.
Yeah.
You are the biggest dork.
Oh my God. No, I'm getting smeared. Jesus, that cuts to the core. All right, guys, I'll leave it up to you. What do you want to hear first? You want to hear Crazy Rich not leaving the studio? Howard getting denied Paul McCartney autograph with Ashley?
I've never heard the McCartney thing, actually. I've never heard that before.
This is actually the video. The video
Okay.
not really gotten out there and stuff. So I found this, and it ties in because this is the announcement. This is when Howard announces he's re-signing so now this McCartney concert, and they're all patting each other on the back and jerking each other off. And
yeah,
ironically, the guy responsible for this, Artie Lange, is not invited, and has not been on the show for a few months, not to be brought up again, and doesn't come up at all in this. This is 2010. This is Paul McCartney denying Howard an autograph because he's too swamped.
I don't know about Fred. I'm sure he was happy to be able to bring his daughter to Paul McCartney.
And she had a thrill. It was nothing better than seeing your kids singing along to Hey Jude. It was just awesome.
Well, yeah, that's how it was for me. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I was kind of preoccupied because I was there with my daughter and her friend. And
see what I mean about the friend thing, guys?
Yeah. There's always a bodyguard for the daughter.
That part of the Allison agreement was Ashley and her friends, when they're under 18, cannot visit him unless they have a friend with them as a human shield. Every fucking time they have a friend with them. Every time.
Deborah's friend Rhonda Mund came with her. That's with the bodyguard.
I wanted the evening to go nicely for her with this Paul McCartney because she's such a big Beatles fan, and that's what it was all about for me. I mean, I love Paul, and wasn't that a fabulous concert?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
how many Paul McCartney's like? I have a 16-year-old Beatles fan here. He's got to be like rolling his eyes, going, "You don't know shit about. Shut up." And McCartney's fan, I think he is thinking this, like, going, here's a nepo baby born on third base, and her dad's forcing her to. She doesn't know shit. You know how many? He must think there's so many Beatles fans that don't get this kind of access. He's going, you know what? I'm not indulging this little fucking nepo spoiled brat that got these tickets. Like, I think he does think that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like, any of the Stern daughters, if there are any rich nepo baby child of a celebrity that gets an opportunity to meet Paul McCartney and they claim that they're a huge Beatles fan,
He's like, you're 16.
Yeah, and what you're really a fan of is, how do I have attention around me around the world for 60 years of my life? That's what I'm a fan of, you know?
Yes.
Well, that's so jaded, Davyd. You can't be that jaded when you're
he's
only
right. He's right.
18 years old.
What 16-year-old is? You don't. It's like saying you're a. You know, I ever meet people who like. I mean, I remember being in school and I'd have like friends go, I love Willie Mays. Like, you didn't watch him play. You didn't watch Mickey Mantle play. You're not a Mickey Mantle.
No, I disagree with both of you. That's
you know that was
so
forced.
I can't love Orson Welles.
That was
movies.
He's not a real fan.
I can't love Orson Welles because I wasn't alive when he was alive.
Yes. That was forced on her.
You're both getting really jaded, I think.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that...
I think
it
it
is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying, though.
See, John took what you just said to me.
The McCartney shit was forced onto her. That's not genuine fandom. Give me a break.
So people can't love the Jackson 5 who weren't alive when they were playing. You're out of line.
No, get your own music.
You're out of control
tonight. Go ahead, Davyd. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is, sometimes I think rich kids in particular don't have to pursue an avocation like music or art or anything because they
He's
are
laughing
just
at avocation, W.
yes, I I figured. And therefore they're kind of personalityless because they can fill that the thing that you get fulfillment from pursuing music or art or whatever, they get from just getting every material thing that they want. So they're bored all the time, and then it gets to the point where they just want
Overindulge.
attention. And if they see that like there's another there's a person out there like a Paul McCartney who did, cultivate a skill set and put out, amazing artistic content and is getting attention for it, and has been getting attention for it for most of his life. I think that that's intriguing to them just on the basis of, I want the spotlight in the same way Paul McCartney does. And it's less about a connection to the product that he's put out.
It could have been Davyd. It could have been Cher. It could have been Stevie Nicks.
Right.
Ashley would have found her way to that show, right? Like, oh, I'm a fan of this person because I have access to it.
I mean, I'm a fan of directors that were dead 30 years before I was born, I mean, but I'm not coming from like a wealthy family where, I was fortunate enough to be able to pursue developing my skills as a musician. And so I know I found fulfillment in that. And so if I am a fan of other musicians, it's because I want to I want to have their skill set as opposed to just get attention in the way that they get attention. If that, I'm not explaining.
Thank you for that,
No.
Davyd.
You're welcome,
I know
Hal.
exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, but this could be anybody that she would find her way. You remember this is a way to upstage Allison, right? Let's face it.
Right.
Look at how cool Dad is. Look what I have access to.
Yeah.
Let's see your mom and David Simon top that. Right. That's what he's doing.
Right.
He was doing it all the way through the announced separation in '99.
Fabulous, right?
Just so much fun. It couldn't have been better.
No.
Couldn't have been better.
And they packed the place, not only with people who are subscribers, but it seemed very important to get...
How many subscribers do you think actually went to that weren't celebrities or 10?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same amount that came to this Meet the Crew, the Howard
It's
Stern
just like the
thing last
Metallica
week.
thing we just saw. Same thing. Go ahead.
By
I'm
the
sorry,
way,
you go.
can you keep a pause? Some freak should like try to zoom in on Howard's sunglasses to see what's on his computer screen, like what
He
messages
looks.
from.
I know, Davyd.
Yeah, you can see them in there.
That's a great
nice.
one. Very great forensics work, Davyd.
Yeah.
I'm the freak who's going to do it right now.
Right.
You thought Sal was a
Let
stalker.
me-
We're zooming in on Howard's glasses to see
Right.
the reflection.
I'm going to zoom in.
We need the most high def video. Yeah.
I'm into Photoshop now for a moment.
Get a lot of celebrities in there.
Apparently, it was.
He looks for. Was it Larry David that says who wears sunglasses inside? Right, blind people and assholes.
Important for it to be star-studded.
Yeah. I'm not sure why,
I really would like to know.
but I did see a lot of celebrities there.
Yeah.
I told you, Jared had come up to me and said, if there is a meet and greet, whatever the fuck they call that now, meet and greet with Paul McCartney.
This Jared Fox is like the vice president of sports programming for
The
Sirius
hot
XM.
former assistant
of
of Tim
JD's
Sabian.
mortal enemy.
Right.
I'm going to try and get you and your daughter in. So I told him I don't want to go because I said I have my wife and her friend. And I can't leave them sitting there to take.
Okay, how about Beth doesn't go?
Yeah.
How about Beth? She knows nothing about any music. She's the worst musician. She's the biggest non-music fan, little goldfish brain poser. How about Beth doesn't go? I'll give Ashley the nod over Beth. How about Beth doesn't go? How about that?
Yeah.
She
How
doesn't
about you
deserve
be a
to
better
there at
father
all.
than a better
Yep.
husband to your second wife?
That's right, Davyd. Holy shit, Bon. That's amazing. Oh, if only 4K were available back then, right? We'd be able to see it.
Massive pixels.
This is
size of
640. Yeah, this
fists
is
right
640.
Oh, I can't believe I
That's
even
hilarious.
bothered. But
Rupert Pumpkin goes, Paul, can you sign the inside of my wig, please? he lifts up the hairpiece and signs.
Hides the signs the tag in the back of the wig. Right.
God, good try, Bon. You talk about
I know, it's
forever.
backstage. And quite frankly, I don't know about you. We've met Paul, and it's great. But when I'm backstage,
it's not a fun time.
It's not a fun time, and I feel this terrible pressure that the person performing, no matter who it is,
bothering.
Well, fuck you then. Then take Ashley to the Hamptons, which he doesn't seem to take his kids to the Hamptons, right? Then take Ashley to the Hamptons and have her meet Paul McCartney at one of your fabulous fucking parties you have every week, which she seems to go to. Take her to that. But you don't take your kids to the Hamptons because Allison won't let you.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I really feel it's a mandatory thing for them, and they they're going through the motions. So anyway, when I got there, Jared was nice enough to say to me, I want to take you and your daughter and your wife and her friend.
Sorry, just another thing. Even if he is going through the motions, like, your daughter doesn't know that. You know that, but it's a nice thing for your daughter. You know what I mean? Like, like to foist that on Ashley, like, no. I'm not going to let you meet one of the most historically important rock stars in the world because, he's just going to be pretending that he wants to meet you. Why would
Plus,
you?
let's face it, Davyd, as we talk about all the time, right? There's going to be another Paul McCartney tribute a week from now anyway, so you can go to that one.
Right.
There's another Paul McCartney tribute every 4 days. Go ahead, Davyd.
Speaking of that, I saw a clip of Bill Hader talking about, like, I forget what podcast he was on, but he was talking about how when he was on SNL, like, he said it was weird just getting used to seeing Sir Paul McCartney there all the time. And Bill Hader said said something to the effect of, like, it gets annoying after a while, like, oh, hi Paul, good to see you again. Like, he's always at SNL.
Al Franken told the story that they were under some pressure thing and he was trying to write something all night. And again, Lorne Michaels' whole life revolves around kissing Beatle ass and Rolling Stone, like, all the dinosaur rock. He just loves Steve Martin, Paul Simon, Mick Jagger, and Paul McCartney. His whole life revolves around kissing their ass all the time, and he can't have them in the studio enough, and they're always there. And so there was I think Ringo might have been there, or George Harrison, and they were performing while they were writing the show. And Al Franken got so pissed off, he ran out into the middle and goes, "Can you guys keep it down? I'm trying to fucking write over here."
Wow.
That's how, like, jaded they are by the Beatlemania that Lorne Michaels foists on everybody involved in that show.
Paul McCartney is the cousin Oliver of the SNL set after hours.
Backstage. So now I'm calculating. I go, I just want to sit in my chair because I'm tired. It was a long day. I don't know about you. I went for a run during the day and I was beat.
Was that an excuse to brag about going running? Like, it's like a gym brag on Facebook. Everybody they tell the story, and it's always, I went to the gym and then I did this. It's nothing to do with it.
It's also like, oh, that's the reason why you didn't want to go take your daughter to meet Paul McCartney, because you were tired. Like, it has nothing to do with Paul being, your
anorexia couldn't wait, one day.
Right.
Isn't it really just about anorexia at that point, right? Just like
and I said, okay, because my daughter, it would be a great thing for her to meet Paul McCartney. I'm sure a thrill. Yeah. And what the hell? I want to come through as a dad. I have such, anxiety about being a dad and
No, you don't. No, you don't. You have anxiety about upstaging Allison.
If anything, you don't have enough anxiety about being a dad. Like,
I know.
Jesus.
Trying to make sure things go well in life and right. And I'm probably
your anxiety as dad was so bad you had to have a court-ordered therapy session to see him.
Horrible dad, because I'll be honest with you. I really try hard to be good, but I seem to do everything wrong. I don't say the right things. I'm sure I'm a disappointment.
But you're chill.
Poor plughead. Aww.
He's trying his best, guys.
Oh, poor $100 million man. Most people have to pick their kids up at school or make them food or buy them. No, you just sit there and let everybody do stuff for you. What a dad. Yeah. Same. I heard talk to shit about guitar. Paul gave him his gift and has already said awful gifts. Yep, that's right, Rupert.
Children are going to be more they're going to remember. Sure, they'll remember meeting Paul McCartney.
Sure.
And my dad took me to meet Paul McCartney.
Right.
But that's not why they're going to think you're a good dad.
Right. That's exactly right, Rob. But
Thanks.
You're going to use the Paul McCartney.
I'm going to do the Paul McCartney.
Because you're not a good dad.
I want to be like, hey,
you know what I mean? What does Brendan mean by Dino Bravo?
Dino Bravo's a wrestler from Canada. If Brendan's not doing, there's two things Brendan will do: wrestling references.
Bit of a fail there, Brendan.
It's going to be
so. If you don't mark, Brendan, you expect me to know that reference?
Yes. If you don't know, it's two things: wrestling references or references from my high school in Sable, Long Island.
Really?
Yeah, those are the two. So if you don't know the name,
yeah, he's just talking to one person, isn't he, Davyd?
He likes that you don't know he likes that you don't know that he likes the obscure reference.
I'll tag onto that wrestling comment. I watched all of the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix, and I just wish I had known to watch that. I would have watched that before the Hulk episode the other week.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Because I learned so much from that documentary about Vince, his family, and Jesus, that documentary is crazy shit with his daughter. Oh my God, it's just bringing her in.
Barbara DeRush is right.
And his
Babs
son,
is right.
who must have PTSD. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is wild that I recommend it's a 5-part series, right? The McMahon documentary. Isn't it like multiple parts?
I think it was 6.
6, okay.
It's 6.
Barbara DeRush. Barbara, did you email me? Well, I saw a message from you, and I don't know what happened to it. He has anxiety. Email me again at 17 Squabble Lane with 3 Bs. I saw something, and I don't know what happened to it. He has anxiety because he doesn't know what to do with his kids. That's exactly right. At this age, he still doesn't know what to do with his kids.
Yeah, and he might ask.
Right,
them, I don't know.
What, Davyd?
He might ask them. I don't know. I just thought of that solution.
No, she's right. He doesn't know what to do with his kids. Like the only thing he knows how to do is flex fame around them.
Right.
It's the only thing he knows how to do, and then foist his own
Carney,
bullshit.
anyway, so I'm very hung up on, I have, I can be critical of my parents as you can be critical of yours, and
rightly so.
Yeah, well, you got
They never took me to meet anybody.
You're not, well, the people they took you to meet, you don't want to meet. Nobody wants to meet them. But all right, look, you came through. You survived. You didn't hang yourself with a dog leash. That's considered a success.
You know what? I gotta give
from. Right. And I said, oh, that's. I said, that's kind of what I do. I was so happy to have a job.
Yeah.
You see Ben Stiller?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I said hello to him.
Yeah, me too. I like that guy.
Good guy.
Yeah. He comes in there.
You're a miserable cunt, aren't you, Brendan? That's
He's what I'm getting. Brendan's
Is this guy a depressed fucking little weasel? Is that what he's like, John, in real life? This misery fucker, driveling, drooling on the carpet.
Do you know what the word misanthrope means? Someone who hates mankind?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan is as close to that as humanly. He doesn't hate mankind. It's almost like if you could win with him, you win big. He likes 10 people in the whole world. He doesn't hate everybody. He likes about 10 people.
Is he married? Does he have a significant? Does he have a bunch of friends? What's his story with this?
He's married.
Miserable. Everything I do there's a comment.
He's married to the fabulous
everything.
Autobot says, "I'm a proud misanthrope." Once Brendan, yeah, it's tough. He's tough. He's really. Sarah's tough too. Brendan's tough. Brendan might be tougher than Sara is. I don't know which one is more. They have a lot of similarities. If you can win with them, it's you winning big. Misanthrope is a great way to describe it.
Is he married, John? Does he have a wife?
So
he's married to that harlot, Cheryl Roberts.
Who's that?
I go backstage.
You'll see. She kept her last name. She wouldn't even take his name. That's how tight that marriage is. He calls her harlot. She says, "I'm keeping my last name."
Ashley and Ashley's friend and Beth.
Look at Crazy Robin Armas.
And now we're in a room.
Okay, so even worse, Ashley's friend has access to Paul McCartney. Even worse.
I like that guy.
Good guy.
Yeah.
I like that.
He comes in there, he's
I like
singing
that.
along, and he not be the douchebag. So I go backstage with Ashley and Ashley's friend and Beth. And now we're in a room. And there were several people there, I think from the board of directors of Sirius.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what.
How about Beth, in good form, guys? Goes, you know what, Howard? I'm not a big Beatles fan. I don't really deserve. How about you guys just have a night for yourself? I'll stay home.
Well, in the same way,
Stamos, as the old joke goes.
Right. Well, in the same way that like Beth trips down the stairs and breaks her ankle and is like, "Hey, you know what, Howard? I'm an adult. I will call 911. You go to your producer of 30 years' father's funeral. You have to go. Like, you can't miss this."
You know, it's possible Beth even might have said that, and Howard goes, "No. This is just how we planned it. No, I can't leave you. I can't. No, I can't. No, you broke it. I'm going to stay for 3 days until the funeral's over and the viewings are gone." You know, Howard is like, because that's all part of the plan. He pushed her, for Christ's sake.
Someone told me they're from the board of directors. I never met these people, but
Is that a Varvatos boot you have on, Beth?
they're in the board of directors. All right. And
Everything's board of directors.
Chris Rock.
Pre-distressed boot.
I saw Chris.
What, Debbie?
Beth got a pre-distressed leg for her pre-distressed boot.
I think from the board of directors of
Oh,
Sirius.
you know exactly
That's
who
what
it is.
someone told me. They're from the board of directors.
Yeah,
I never met these people,
Mr.
but
Partner, you know exactly who it is.
they're in the board of directors.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody told me.
And Chris Rock comes marching in.
I saw Chris.
Right.
And as he was being ushered out.
Yeah, he was marched in there too. So I go, "Hey, Chris, how you doing?" And he's looking me over. I go, "Chris, be prepared for more history of Howard Stern." I don't like history of Howard Stern. I go, "Listen, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
Okay, you know what that story is? Chris Rock, always great to break Howard's balls, give him the real truth.
Yeah.
He basically said to him, "Why the fuck are you on vacation all the time? Anytime I jump in the car, it's history of Howard Stern. Do you ever work?"
Right.
And that's so he's already gotten on him for taking too much vacation. This is like he's only been at Sirius for a few years, and you have Chris Rock coming up to him telling him.
That's what your presidents do. They go and play golf.
Yep, they play golf. The most time-consuming game on the face of the earth. So time-consuming that even my brother-in-law, as a teacher, dropped it. Oh, and he's good, and he's actually really good.
Is that Anton?
That is not. That's my no. Anton is actually another. Anton's also a good golfer, and he dropped the sport because it's too time-consuming.
And he's not coming on the show, is he? Because you've been screwing around with me for that long time.
No, I'll keep asking him. No, I will keep.
Aren't you doing a footy show? Isn't your football starting soon?
He's a big sports fan. Yeah, hopefully he's in our league.
Do the footy show.
My nephew is going to do
saying something like that. My fans like history of Howard Stern. I don't like it. I like the real show, you know. I go, well, we can't be there all the fucking time. Just like you, Chris.
You disappear. We don't see you every day.
Yeah, I can't be there every day. Got to have a life too.
Exactly. But also at this point, he's working 20% of the year. So it's already lying. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's just Chris Rock couldn't be more right in what he did.
Yeah.
So anyway, now I'm thinking Ashley really wanted an autograph of Paul McCartney. So now it becomes my obsession that I'm going to ask him, and I feel terrible because I've never done that in my life, Robin.
Well, that's right, A. Smith. Howard accused Chris Rock of ripping off Howard Stern the high school years with Everybody Hates Chris, which actually got made on the UPN show. You know who wrote on that show? Artie's writing partner, Frank Sebastiano.
Oh, yeah.
He was executive producer on that show.
That's right.
I don't believe that a piece of paper signed by somebody is anything, but it was important to her.
Unless it's a check.
So now I'm like, exactly.
Unless it's you signing books at a private part signing and they're paying you for it, then it counts.
Yeah. And now it's like, oh man, I got to ask. Well, so Paul comes in the room. Hello, hello.
What a gift.
I go, hey, Paul. I go, all of a sudden, I figure I better speak up because I got one opportunity.
Right.
And now I'm the autograph seeker. And I feel, you know what? I'm a pretty successful guy, pretty famous guy. I'm about to ask this guy. I'd only do this for my daughter. I grab a pen from one of the board of directors. That's a whole fucking scene.
But you didn't know that.
I go, Paul, can I bother you for my daughter? Can I have? I asked him to sign the ticket. You know, I didn't have a piece of paper even. I just had the ticket to get into the concert. He goes, yes. Of course, we'll do all that. But let me take these pictures here. He blew me off. He didn't want to sign the thing.
He never signed it?
He didn't sign. I was so embarrassed. Chris Rock looks at me. This fucking idiot. You know, I was he starts rolling his eyes like I had just committed a huge faux pas. I go, was that bad? I mean, did I just get fucking dissed? He's rolling his eyes. You know, Paul was busy taking pictures with people. I understood. But all right, I wasn't feeling that bad about it.
I didn't even think about this the first time I heard this. This is like a really big deal at the time. And
yeah,
Howard's such a ridiculous, overindulged diva. He couldn't wait for this. Just a normal person would just kind of hang around and just wait for it all to die down and then kind of do it. It has to happen right now. I have to cut everybody, and it has to be this big ordeal. And it's not like. But I wish Phil Collins was there, right, Davyd?
Right,
see this?
Yeah.
That's a way worse.
Corroborate that story.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. No, but you're so right. It's like I can't imagine. It's a limited elitist group of people that are in that room. Howard's acting like this is a, general cattle call of like every Beatles fan in the country that he's, holding up the line for. It's like, yeah, just chill. Just talk to Chris Rock about other shit while
he doesn't know how to just be like even in a room of celebrities, he needs to be overindulged. He can't just linger and loiter and talk to everybody and wait to hang out. He just doesn't. He has to get it done now. And I'm going to get it over with. I'm going to flex. I can't there's nothing casual with him.
Right.
And now he's wrong. And he came, I'm going to turn this into a bit on the air and what a victim I am. And it's, you have to, Chris Rock looked at him like, probably not like he dissed you. It's probably like, you just hang out.
Yeah.
Hang out.
I'm sure
you just played it all wrong.
Chris Rock did not say anything to reinforce. I mean, unless he was fucking with him, like to reinforce Howard's like, fear of making a faux pas with a major celebrity.
Chris Rock comes on the show a little bit after this, and he talks about it. I'm gonna have to find that, and I want what his account of it was.
Yeah,
but also, when Rock starts,
what's that to be?
Yeah, I was gonna say if I was Ashley and I heard Howard recounting this story right now, I'd be so flattered. Like, oh, I'm sorry that being a good parent to me is such a schlep for you.
Is that what he's banking on, her listening to this?
I mean, I would be embarrassed if I, put this out there and my daughter heard how much I'm kvetching about, going through the motions of being a good parent to her.
But Davyd, like I said, he has access to McCartney in the Hamptons all the time.
Right.
Even with so why can't you take her out there? This is not a rarefied thing. Paul McCartney would do this show if I asked him to. He's not a tough get. There's a tribute to him every 4 days. You could easily set this up.
He's done how many interviews on Stern after 2010 where Howard could be like, hey, Ashley, remember when we couldn't make a connection with McCartney? Do you want to come in? Because Paul's coming in and we can have it even be more special because we're not competing with other people. It's my show, it's my house, it's my domain, and so it's going to be even more of a special memory for you.
Totally. I would way rather meet him in the Hamptons.
Right.
You can have an actual conversation and see him in casual situations and shit.
Our show is the number1 place for a guest.
Brendan, we're so sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Miss Elizabeth Bond, don't make something restraining. Don't make me take out a restraining order. I would love to see a written restraining order by Brendan. Chris Rock went
Can he write?
Yes. He's smart. He's definitely very literate, smart cat, without a doubt. Very witty.
Ronnie Mund handwriting.
I'm trying to. No, Brendan used to do this thing where he had a fake stalker called Secret, and he would write like what the Riddler, Enigma, Batman's villain, and he would write fake ransom letters with like backward fonts and shit, and just in wrong capitalization in and out.
Right.
And he had an alias named Secret, and that was his stalker character.
That says a lot. A
swear to God.
fantasy world of Brendan's. Tell more, John, as
Probably
the show
still has a letter.
continues.
It was
as
a
the
bit.
weeks
It was a bit.
roll
It was a
on.
bit. It was a bit.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah. It wasn't serious. It was totally joking.
It's fucking
I could
rolling his
imagine
eyes.
him writing that though.
Brendan's a bit of a shtick coma. He loves professional wrestling so much that he stays in kind of a wrestling kayfabe shtick coma, which is kind of what he's doing on here, I think.
Though, he's going to polish it and make it worse than it is.
Then I turn to Beth. I go, "Is that bad?" She starts like,
Yikes, then it was bad.
Oh, shit. Oh, I wanted to die. Because I don't want to be that guy being a douchebag.
Right. Did he come
Isn't
over to
this
say
what you guys
hello?
wanted, though? Isn't this what you guys want? You want him to talk about his life. So aren't you enjoying this?
This is 15 years ago.
But isn't this enjoyable? Because he is talking about like the behind the scenes.
You're saying to me like you criticize it. That's 15 years ago. That's the show doesn't do that anymore. You don't get that.
But it
anymore.
wasn't good back then, is what I'm saying. This isn't good, is it?
This is
It's
a weird time.
slow
Artie just left. The show could be good once in a while still. This is a weird time. This is 2010.
But I mean more the behind the scenes. See how uninteresting it is.
Yeah, you're not getting this
I didn't
anymore.
really agree with the idea of him talking about his private life being so good, because it isn't. It's like saying Jackie Martling was writing funny stuff for him, but every time I go and look back, I don't hear Howard saying anything funny. I hear Jackie laughing after Howard says it, and you know that Jackie wrote it, but I'm going, it's not that funny. It's weird.
It doesn't matter. It's
like
it depends. I'm
time
not saying
dilation sort of thing where everybody thinks it was so good, but it kind of really wasn't.
no. There's dated jokes. Go listen to a stand-up special from somebody in the 80s. It doesn't hold up anymore. Go listen to fucking anything. Seinfeld. Take any
The
stand-up.
Jackie days weren't that good either. It was more Jackie's life was hilarious, and his wife, that was really funny.
There's some great jokes though. There's some depends what your taste is.
Yeah.
Depends what it is.
They
I'm
were
not
kinda
saying
like
everything was
old man,
great.
old dad jokes that Jackie was doing.
Pollock jokes,
making
yeah,
Howard
Pollock.
say them. But
I think there was
it's
an
up for
interesting blend.
interpretation.
Yeah, I mean, I like the mid '90s blend of like
That's a great year.
There's the Jackie sort of dad jokes, the Billy West impressions, the back office stuff was kind of interesting still, and the sort of no holds barred celebrity interviews. I think no one component I think was stronger than another. I think it just was a really good blend.
At the same time, you hold up. You're dealing with dated stuff. Like some of it doesn't hold up anymore, and a lot of Davyd and I say this with Seinfeld all the time. It seems like 8 out of 10 episodes don't hold up anymore.
Right.
I mean, I'm watching that, and I am not nearly as amused as I was in the 90s watching it.
We
and I'm finding it highly overrated.
Where they're going. Yeah, we know where they're going. So the surprise of like the dovetailing storylines in a Seinfeld episode isn't as shocking, and so all you're left with is the jokes, and especially as you get further into the series, you can see them trying to like crowbar in like a new water cooler, like yada 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 catchphrase. So it's
especially when Larry David left, they were really like desperate.
Yeah.
Said hello quickly, and they brought me and Beth and Ashley and her friend over to take a picture. So there was a picture tag. I don't know if I'll ever see it, but
that's not good enough. That's not good enough.
Well, assuming they take these pictures so they can send them to the person,
right?
So but I felt.
Everybody wants his attention. Everybody wants his ear. He's going to stop and talk to you and fucking Beth. He knows they're posers. He knows they don't deserve to be there. Why would he waste time on them?
Bad, the whole concert. Like I was just like, I shouldn't have bothered the guy. And
he's worried about himself, like more so than his Hamptons image is all about that. even here.
I bet other celebrities have stories of like, I mean, like you mentioned oh God, who did we just mention who got snubbed by Paul McCartney?
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins, thank you. Sorry. You know, where Phil Collins just kind of, I forget the tone of the article, but just, I mean, if anything, Phil Collins had more to be upset about.
Oh, little Philly wants an autograph.
Right, yeah.
Like patted him on the head. He goes, "Oh, look at little Philly wants an autograph." And
Right,
then
it's
he
not
patted
like-
him on the head.
It's not like McCartney said like, "Oh, look at Wiggy, he wants an autograph." You know, I mean, he didn't insult him. He just said,
No.
like, "Give me a minute," you know.
And then he
Yeah,
got a
this is
picture at the end, and that's not good enough. And he's sitting in the first row. They told me talk about it's roped off area at the same time. That's not good enough. That's how overindulged
don't know
this
how.
motherfucker is.
If anything, a picture is better than an autograph because you could have bought that autograph off of eBay. It's like
Definitely.
with a picture, you're documented with the person. You know,
I would rather have a candid picture than a picture with him of just somebody take a picture of me in
Yeah.
action. I'm not going to
I
pose
got-
for it. Yep.
I didn't go on eBay to find an autograph of Holly Robinson. I got a video of her saying yours and Sarah's name. You
That's
know?
right.
It's like that's more special, right?
Oh, it sure is.
Hey, John and Sarah, it's Holly Robinson Pete. How you doing?
And you incorporated my question about rebooting the show
Yeah.
and being captain, and that's so great. Okay,
So
let's
Ashley
wrap
said
it
to me
up.
afterwards, Dad, would you be upset if you were backstage and someone asked you for an autograph for their kid? And I go, no, I really wouldn't.
Right.
I get it. You know, when your kid's standing there and it's important to the kid.
Right.
But I should have thought about Ringo when he said, peace and love, peace and love. There'll be no more.
Oh, am I tired of that? All right, I'm so sick of that. Jesus Christ, that made me that made me lose the clip as soon as you went into that Ringo. I'm so sick of that.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how sick of that Ringo shit I am.
Awful.
All right. So, guys, I'll leave it up to you. Want Howard versus Steve Langford, Crazy Rich in the studio? This is a Davyd request. Crazy Rich refusing to leave the studio. You want to do? Let's do Crazy Rich because that's on the fucking thumbnail that I
it's the
made. We
background,
gotta
so
get that in. Let's do
the
Crazy
main
Rich.
event.
So I think this is from 05. This is a crazy guy. They have a contest. The guy wins $1,000 and then decides, you know what? I'm just going to drop to the floor and not leave. Like a kid in a department store in the 80s when you're shopping with your parents and they go to a store that you find boring. You know, there's no action figures. There's no video games to look at. You just drop to the floor because you're so bored. Your mom's looking at carpet designs and shit.
I want to take a nap on the linoleum.
You just drop.
How you doing there, Rich? You all right?
Okay, so this is Crazy Rich. Okay, this is Crazy Rich, and he drops after he wins $1,000. Some weird contest they had, and he decides I'm not going to leave. What I love, Davyd, you put this pretty nicely about Howard having to get up. Go ahead. You were saying it to me in text.
Yes. Well, first of all, should we blur this video because High Pitch Eric's junk is like right there? Should we?
Oh, no.
No, it's not. He's got a thong on.
Oh, he does? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He's got a thong on.
It's all pixelated. I couldn't tell.
Okay.
No, what I said was I love John and I were talking about how we love moments in the show where Howard is forced to get off his lazy ass to like actually deal with a situation that's going on in the studio.
Yeah.
Physically.
So you
yeah.
see
whether
this
it's
like,
very-
you know,
yeah.
Wigga Mortis, 6'8" physique, you know, have to trundle over to the action, and he just
Yeah.
looks so feeble, and you know, like the whole thing with the Oz getting up out of the, you know, the wizard getting up out of the.
And also, I think he doesn't want Howard TV or Gange or whoever is doing the home video camera to catch how tall he is compared to everybody else.
Yep.
You know, so this
Very
is
fourth
this is
wall.
like, yeah,
It's a rare, and he has to physically get into this with this guy. You know, it takes. This is interesting because. So now Howard's kind of like, you can see he's kind of nervous. Like, am I going to have to do, like, is he going to
Right.
get up? You can see the progression of Howard
They're
losing.
playing along with the bit.
Just so you know, May 14th.
All right, we're up there. They go to a break, and he's still on the floor, and now they're nervous.
Yeah.
right, we're up there. He's on the floor. Let's go, dude. Come on. Oh, my. Dude, we're off the air now. Get up. We're off the air. Okay. Oh.
Ronnie, some security here, right?
Yeah.
Has he done it? I think Howard's been more physical than Ronnie.
I mean, Howard dealt with Gary Busey in the wrestling match. I mean,
Oh, I know. Don't they sign a release that they do have license to escort them out of there at some capacity?
Jesus. You want to see it?
It's Howard not wanting to be sued. So, don't touch him. Don't touch him.
Let's go. Come on. Help. You want your $1,000, you better get up.
Yeah, $1,000.
I got it sideways, man.
So Howard's screaming at him from his chair. Yeah. No $1,000.
Are you serious? Come on, let's go.
Let's do elbows. Let's do elbows.
Is it okay? Okay. All right.
I love Barbara's comment here. This guy's an idiot that fell on the floor.
Yes, he's an idiot. Yes, he's an idiot, Babs, but it's great to have to see the show, have to do something. It's kind of entertainment they did not count on. It's actually way more entertaining than the segment they just did.
Absolutely. It's a fun ingredient to the show at this point. Yeah.
Get up. Come on. It's over.
And also, too, like, it's God serves them right? You want crazy, right? You guys want mental patients. You want to capitalize on the mentally ill and the handicapped.
Well, can you explain it to me? Can you explain it to me and people who don't know what this is? Why did he fall on the floor? Who is he? Because I've never
he's a listener who did a contest with some high-pitched Eric fucking homoerotic gay bullshit, and he won $1,000. It might have been sniff high-pitched Eric's ass, or I don't even want to
something like that, and so he faked
like
fainting.
That.
Yeah,
I hated those segments with a passion.
Yeah,
hated them. I would fast forward through them all the time. It was
so he's like a Shuley who got on the show.
Yeah,
but Shuley actually got the job. Yeah,
right.
I think Casey's gone by this point. A. Smith. I think Casey just left the show. I think he just left it.
Look at Doug Goodstein with the white gloves. Like they're gonna try to pick him up without leaving fingerprints on him.
Robin goes, "Those are Howard's driving gloves." Robin goes, totally. Robin contradicts herself during this with "Get out, then don't touch him." Yeah.
$1,000. Get up.
Dude,
the bit's over.
Bit's over. We're off the air.
Leave the volume on.
You really think I slipped on purpose?
I was watching you the whole time.
No. You gonna get up?
You gotta work on your
I'm gonna get up.
Let's go.
Now. Help me up. Let's go. You don't need any help to get up. Let's go. I'm injured. I really can't even move.
Bon and Davyd, what directive you think Howard TV had? Because I remember this did not to air this because they don't want you to see the fourth wall like this or Howard rattled. I wonder if they contemplated not showing this because it's odd they left it.
Maybe.
I wonder if
look how shit it is in that fourth wall. Look at all this crap behind them.
Yeah, you get to see all the stuff.
Garbage.
Lights
shit
are on
everywhere.
Too.
It's like a storage closet, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if because they were at Sirius by this time, and this is from K-Rock, that they just didn't care. Like, there's nothing to be gleaned.
That's true. This is actually Howard TV that did this.
Right.
That's another thing on the top moments, right? No Howard TV. Right. So nobody from Howard TV can be in that. Nobody that's obviously from the red flag list. No Artie. We talked about no roasts. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The Shuley Doug Goodstein baby clothes stroller segment is
Shuley versus
right.
You only know those segments because of Howard TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Tendrils is disturbed by this.
This guy. Tendrils. I don't care. I like that the show's rattled. You want crazy? All they do is they recruit crazy people when they want mentally ill. Well, you got it. Guy dropped to the floor. I like to see them have to get out of it. Everything has to be perfect for them. It's not going to work out. You want mental patients? Well, you got one. He dropped to the floor. Now,
another example of that.
I like him too, JJ Thrash.
Every time they put out a call for like, we're looking for the new whack packers. If you're a deviant and like, and then they want
the worst of the worst. There you go.
They're surprised when the deviant turns out to be a sex offender and they have to distance themselves from him.
Double A.
It's like, you wanted this, and now
this
you're paying
is
the
what you want.
Right.
You wanted this.
Say that in, Joe. All right.
I'm not doing this on purpose.
Gary, grab us something.
Yeah,
Okay. That'd be great. Come on. Come on.
Bianca.
Come on.
Ronnie.
No, stop, Ronnie. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
They're not worried about safety. They're worried about getting sued.
Right.
So Robin and Howard probably got the call from Buchwald. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him on the floor. Leave him on the floor. Let the cops deal with it. Call the cops. And this gives Howard
I'd
an
be inclined
opportunity.
to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
This gives Howard the perfect opportunity to badge money, right? Who's a bigger badge money, Ronnie or Howard?
Yeah.
Ronnie thinks he's a cop, and Howard jerks off to cops.
Yeah, right.
I'm not faking it. You really think I'm faking this?
Is that Bianca?
Dog. Oh, was that Bianca? Oh. Could be.
Assholes hanging out.
I know, yeah.
Get up.
How great would it be if he kicked Bianca?
Yeah. Now she's really
this
6
fucking
Bianca.
butt away from me. This guy, JJ Thrash, welcome, sir. This guy's JJ Thrash and Bon Jovi would really get along. They have the same like musical taste and everything. I think he'd really get along.
He's
great.
into metal.
He did a great
quality.
of the Boys in the Hamptons. His was
Yes.
excellent, as was Melvin's, as was Lauren Marie. This guy was just as good as Gary Busey when he wrestled the Pelican. I agree, JJ.
Look, my friend. We're gonna give.
By the way, before I forget, happy birthday to Fine Chug, who turned 40.
happy
What a
birthday.
great year for Fine Chug. His Eagles, he gets married, he has a kid. Happy 40th birthday. And thank you once again to Fred Derp for your generous dono. And speaking of which, we have momentarily lost our monetization, temporarily. Our channel, if able, please donate via Cash App in the upper left, Venmo upper right. Cut YouTube out. Cut them out. They are the Sunny Reg and their Vig. They are bullshit. Or buy me a coffee at the address in the middle.
30%.
They do. Maybe more than that.
Think about that. And then you get taxed on it, don't you?
And you get
as well,
taxed on
John?
it, right.
Oh my God.
Buy me a coffee at .com/farmfund. It's mafia shit.
Yeah.
And
$1,000. You won, and now come on, get up.
Robin, you used to be a nurse, right?
Come on, get
You used
up.
to be a nurse, right?
Look, get up and
You used to be a nurse.
stop fooling around.
I'm not really lying. I slipped over this.
That's great. He's throwing Robin's fake nursing career at her.
And yeah, you took really a hard fall.
I am able-bodied.
Come on, get on your knees and get up.
Look at Howard lurking. Look at the fucking skulking over Ronnie in the background. Look at him.
Still in the shadows. Yeah.
Yes.
You really think I did this on purpose?
Yeah, I watched you the whole time.
Yes, everyone does.
We're in the middle of
No, that's just
Dude, come on. End the stupidity.
You really think I did this on purpose?
We don't, but just get up anyway. Dude, we really got to do a show. We've been good sports to you. We gave you $1,000. Be a champ. Be a champ and get up.
So go on out there so we
Be a champ and get up. If anyone knows what champ is, it's Howard.
can.
I watched the whole thing, man. It was lame.
You want us to play it back to you?
You'll do a better job on another show, but we have it on tape, and it was lame. And I'm telling you to get up. I'm telling you now to get up. I'm telling you to get up. I'm not bullshitting with you. If you want $1,000,
I'll. He's cursing, right? But this is terrestrial.
Well,
so I don't know. I think this is off the air.
Yeah, this is
this is all off the air, by the way.
I'll end this right now. I'm taking back the fucking $1,000. Do you want the $1,000 or not?
Well, this is what Casey was telling us. That Howard drops an F-bomb every other word.
Yeah,
when
he's
they're not on the air. This is the real guy. This is like the fucking low IQ idiot who doesn't know anything. And you can hear him on Sirius. All he does is go, fuck.
Of course I want.
All right, so then get up and stop the horse shit. You know, we've been pretty good guys to you. You don't have to fuck with us.
How am I fucking
We're the wrong guys to fuck with. Go out in front of the Tony Danza show and do this. You'll make a fortune.
Poor Tony Danza, right?
Did Benji write him that Tony Danza bit for off the air?
Yes. He's writing him lines now. Angela.
Use this at home. Use this at home and with your buddies.
This will make Beth laugh. Yeah.
Fuck with. Go out in front of the Tony Danza show and do this. You'll make a fortune. Come on. I watched it. It was lame. It was bad. It was poorly executed. You got to get better at it.
How is it that every...
There were times I lost a dream or two.
Everybody makes
Do
money
you
at the
want
dials on my
$1,000 or
job.
not? We got to move.
A brand new life around the bend.
Move along.
I can't stay here.
No.
Just meditate.
No.
Dude,
Come on.
stop the stupidity, dude. Just
Dude, we have a show to do.
All right, I'll crawl out.
All right.
I'll
Crawl out. Go ahead.
That's a good line quote. He looks like he would be Sal's cousin, and maybe he is for all we know. They're on a commercial break. Yes, but Babs. Howard uses the only power he's ever had to change people's behavior, money.
Yeah,
Mr. D, so true.
Great.
Alyssa Milano, yes. A. Smith. Where's Artie? Is there. He comes out and you'll see him. He screams, "This is ridiculous," and that triggers Howard to lose it. Artie, believe it or not, I think Artie's probably getting, whatever, fucking fruit punch or whatever he does during the break. Throwing a rubber,
eating his Burger King bacon, egg, and cheese croissant sandwich.
Honey, can you help me out?
No,
just
we're not
nobody
touching
tell
you,
me.
man. We're freaked out by you, and it's like you're doing a lame thing. And I'm telling you, man, you've been a listener of mine for a while. Have you been a listener?
Look at Ralph's get up, the fucking Puma sweatshirt. This is what Sal's wife's talking about.
Mine for a while. All right.
Track pants.
So come on, why are you fucking with us?
I'm not
We're
really
trying to be
fucking
good guys to you and give you $1,000. Cut
How
the
many
nonsense.
guys think I did this on purpose?
Everyone.
Come on. And how can you tell? How can you tell?
Because wait till you see it back on tape. The smile on your face as you're doing it and the fucking lame way you went down.
Did Howard rewind and watch it? Where did he do this?
Yep.
He just sat there watching like instant replays of it for 15 minutes.
Did Scott DePace get like a quick director's cut to him out of nowhere?
What do you think's going? You think it's what I said? Like Buchwald's calling him, going, "Don't touch him! Don't touch him! They're gonna sue you! Don't touch him! Leave him on the floor! Leave him on the floor!"
It could be Tom Chiasano too,
or Chiasano saying that, and so he's talking to them. I'm wondering. I can't remember if Tom comes out.
When a person passes out, you got to go straight down. You got to go for the gold, pal. You don't even know how to do it. You can't just pass out on your knees.
That's ridiculous.
Get the fuck up!
Wow. That's the real guy.
That's
Howard's
right.
like, he does not know how to, this is great. I love seeing him rattled like that.
That's ridiculous.
Get the fuck up! I'm not shitting you, man. You want no $1,000. Call a lawyer.
That's the real guy, right? Go to the law, right? The legal team, the
when
retainer
the,
legal team.
When the Tony Danza Benji lines don't work, he loses his mind. And,
oh, that's so great. Artie slips in and goes, "This is ridiculous."
You got to go straight down. You got to go for the gold, pal. You don't even know how to do it. You can't just pass out on your knees.
There's Artie Bond. See him in the far right.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Get the fuck up! I'm not shitting you, man. You want no $1,000. Call a lawyer.
Howard's gonna pocket it that's like 3 Riley Martin shows to him. I'm gonna keep the money. Howard 101. Bye, Greg Fitzsimmons. I'm keeping the money.
We're sort of in a weird situation right now. We got a guy in the studio who won't leave.
That's Howard's rattled voice too. Look at him.
Yeah.
We're in a weird situation right now. We got to get
lying there. Just leave him lying on
leave
the
him
floor. He hasn't got a
Just
mic
leave him
near
alone.
him, so it's fine. Yeah.
Just make a bit out of it. Just do the rest of the show. Let him do the news. That's your
a guy in
guess.
the studio who won't leave. Jesus. So it's just that's why we've been in an unusually long commercial break. The guy won't leave.
Is he on the air more than Fred was in the entire year? Yes, she's on. Look at the silence. Look at
I don't want to talk to him. Leave him alone.
No, we don't want to give him attention.
Tom, here's what you do. Go out there and here's how you help him. Go out there and just pace around his body. That'll definitely get him up.
Should I go,
Don't
Tom?
pick-
Should I go, Tom?
Just pace and he'll get up.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Actually, take away his medical benefits, Tom. That'll get him up.
Unbelievable.
This is 05,
We've got
Babs.
the weirdest situation going on here.
This is 2005.
I'm telling you, the Jet shirt should have been a dead giveaway.
Howard's Artie loves a good Jets or Mets joke in every situation.
Right.
You could tell by the Puma sweatshirt because that's the I'm going on Letterman.
What is
it's
it?
always red
Fred?
and black.
Right.
No, that's Tom, I think, talking.
Yeah.
In all the time we've been here, this is the most bizarre situation that's ever.
Well, the guy did a bad pratfall during our last thing, and now he's claiming that he got hurt. But I reckon
a bad pratfall is Beth on a spiral staircase before Gary's dad's funeral. That's a pratfall.
That's a pratfall where a waiter dumps a pitcher of beer on her is a bad pratfall.
Nobody knows pratfalls better than your fucking wife or fake wife or beard.
I think he's even a stand-up comic. I'm not even sure what he is.
Yeah, I said, he's got to be some kind of a character.
And then he was cracking jokes here, talking about how he's going to replace me when I go to satellite. So when you're really injured, that's what you do. Yeah.
This is something like Chauncey might do too.
Right.
I feel like Chauncey needs to be involved in this.
We're going to wait for the police, that's all.
Right. I love that.
Well, the police will touch him. They'll call the paramedics.
Right. We'll have paramedics and police.
Ambulance report.
Dude, whatever you want to do. You want to lay on the floor, lay on the floor.
This is how it gets so right. Like he thinks there's going to be a lawsuit thing happening.
Right.
So that's why he's so terrified, or he's really just scared for himself in every way, whether it's physically or monetarily, but it's him being scared for himself.
Yeah.
What? What did you say? No, I want to hear what he said. What did you say about Tony Danza? What about him?
Why you hate Tony Danza?
You're injured on the floor and you're worried about Tony Danza.
That's hilarious. How great is that? He's fucking fooling around with Tony Danza references right now. That is balls. That is like you maintaining the kayfabe.
Oh, no. I mean,
if you're going to pretend to be injured, at least, writhe in pain.
Injured, yeah.
You've cracked about 1 million jokes here while you're laying on the floor.
Like Howard coming in every morning pretending to be sick.
Right. This is what I imagine. Like, John, if you did this, you would be like, so did you ever see Lila Arciera again?
ask him Marci Turk questions on the floor. What's the deal with you and Amanda Pete? Did you watch the Pelican Brief? Can I get the second half? What's a donut? Can I be a friend of the court? Did you know when did you find out Beth's dad was on house arrest in Castle Shannon?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just talking.
Quitter says he's never been identified. It is weird. He never been. And now, can we find this guy?
There wasn't a follow up. Like
no.
Yeah.
I should go look at the show after this and see how they did, especially the first hour.
Very senselessly.
Okay. Well,
I told you, don't bother with this guy.
All right. Oh, I see. You're in a coma. Well, we can't get the guy out of the studio, so,
I'm not harming. I'm maneuvering.
Yeah. We don't want to move you. We want you to lay there.
Stay right there.
You stay right there.
Stay where you are.
You stay right there.
Don't go anywhere. Stay right here.
Right.
Chiasano's a big dude. He's towering over Goodstein.
Right.
What is he, about 6'5"?
Help is on the way.
We're going to get you help. Big help is coming for you, pal.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Missing in action? Yeah, we talk about that every show. Beth's dad.
Let's not go through it again.
Unbelievable. So we can't get the guy out of the studio. You lay right there.
Stay right there.
That's right, pal. You stay right here.
Don't move.
This guy's just annoying the hell out of me.
It's unbelievable. Like we said, and everybody here involved, you guys, all you do is recruit crazy and you fucking monetize crazy and dance on everybody's grave and all the mental illness and everybody's retarded. And now you got what you want. This is what these are the crazy people in your audience that you monetize. Sorry, you got to deal with it.
Or this is a crazy person that you caught on a particularly bad day. So like you're,
it's bound to happen. I'm not leaving.
Stuff. Right, exactly.
Really, just
believe me,
annoying.
there's a million more things I'd want to do to this guy than get him help.
Yeah, right, but this is the way it is.
I say we let him sit in for the news.
We're now in the Gary Sheffield situation. The arm is cocked, but we're going to think better of it.
Gary Sheffield.
And you still think the fan was right, Artie?
Davyd goes, I know Mr. Sheffield from The Nanny, but I don't know Gary Sheffield.
I know Charles Shaughnessy, who played Mr. Sheffield, but who is
what? Look at you with the Shaughnessy. Look at you.
Well, I have a whole segment, a Richard Christie makeover segment that Beth was going to be a part of, but I'm not bringing her in with him, and I'm not bringing the dog in, and I'm not doing any of that.
That was
Listen,
Bianca.
I love when he mumbles like he does the fucking martyr mumble.
Well, I wasn't gonna do
The Richard Christie makeover segment that Beth was going to be a part of, but
Oh.
I'm not bringing her in with him, and I'm not bringing the dog in, and I'm not doing any of that.
So
What kind of dog is that?
Take the mic away from him.
No, leave it there.
No, that's why he's lying there.
Well, I don't care. Let him stay there.
That's right, Barbara.
What is it, Baba Booey?
Nothing. I'm speechless.
Yeah. You know, I said to the guy, hey, be a human being and leave.
But he's not.
We gave you $1,000.
Why does this surprise them so much? They have a mental patient in their crowd.
Being.
Why is this so difficult? Gary Busey attack. This is not crazy. You should easily be able to deal with this.
Be a human being and not fire Howard TV on the air. How about that?
That's right.
Yeah, I do
You
think
saw
you're doing
how
it
he
on
was
purpose.
scooting around on the floor. He's a worm.
You were scooting around on the floor. You're cracking jokes about Satellite, cracking jokes about Tony Danza.
I'm doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
Now the voices. I'm not doing this on purpose.
You're just creepy, dude. You're creepy.
How am I creepy?
How are you creepy?
Let me count the ways.
I used to work I used to do taxes. I'd stand out as an Uncle Sam in an Uncle Sam outfit.
Right.
Try to persuade people.
All right, we're going to get the cops to take you, okay? They're going to bring paramedics and they're going to work on you because of your injury.
Yeah, lie still.
How great was that caller? Dan the Illini fan had access to Howard's taxes, and he knew the tax firm that did them.
Yes.
How great was that? Some of these
so
lawyers
funny.
can look up anything.
Oh,
They have
yeah.
incredible, just like paralegals that are just like genius at research and shit. So what was the name? It was oh God, what was the name of the firm again? I wrote it down. I wrote it down.
Yeah, but
Chiswick and something in Chiswick.
Okay. I love that. I love the idea that this is an elaborate bit that Howard set up so he can mention Satellite.
Yeah.
We'll have this guy collapse on the floor and he's bringing up all these questions about Satellite. It's like,
Even in this scenario, he's fucking huckstering for Satellite racing.
Exactly.
Fucking shilling. And Chiasano and Moonves and are just like, listen, he's still talking about fucking Satellite during this.
Right.
He's still doing it.
Since you're so
10
hurt.
years ago?
What?
You know what happened 10 years ago?
He does sound like AA JD Villataro. They
Yeah.
all sound, all these Stern fans sound the same. Like this sort of like lowbrow Jersey Stern fan that has this, and Long Island's similar to this. They all sound the same.
What happened?
So what happens? Does he just eventually get up? Can we fast forward?
Yeah, the cops are coming.
So
It's like-
boring.
Remember
It's
Oklahoma
boring
City?
to death.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oklahoma City bombing?
Yeah.
You have anything to do with
Become
that?
the cops. So,
Period.
Badge Bunny Howard gets to be Badge Bunny here. This is his dream. Is the cops come to
Leave him with.
I mean,
his
this guy's just pissing me off. He pissed me off. I mean, I really lost it in here and just said to him, you gotta just get the hell up off the floor. I'd be the first person if someone was injured. You can go right in there. We can go in there?
You guys go. Me and Benji will stay with him.
No.
You want to work with this guy?
The cops are here.
And the cops are here? Wait, let the cops come in and take him.
What a waste of their time.
The cops are here now. So now this is going to escalate into a whole big thing because you have to be so goofy.
Right.
What are you doing?
Yeah, the cops can't touch him either, right?
You're not thinking clearly.
Keep your head down. You're supposedly sick.
Now you got cops here.
Who's that cameraman on the right? Never saw him before. It's not anyone we know. Look at this guy.
I can't tell in profile. Yeah, I don't know.
He's
who
got
it
like a
is.
must. I don't know that guy.
You're being dumb. You know what happened to the guy at Shea Stadium? He had to do jail time over something like this.
Yeah, because we're wasting.
Now you got real
officers'
cops here.
time.
Now,
I want to hear a speed metal version of the "Who's the Boss" theme song. JJ.
now it's turned into a whole big thing. Now it's going to turn into a whole.
You think I'm doing this on purpose?
I don't know what you're doing, man.
Well,
I
talk
do
to
think
them.
you're doing
You
it.
think
Dude,
I'm on
talk to the cops.
You think I'm on drugs?
I don't know what
Does he look like Will Arnett a little bit in the face?
Yeah.
you're on.
Actually, I noticed his pupils were huge.
It doesn't matter. We're not doctors. Stop diagnosing.
Well, we'll have you drugged.
Outside, he was on drugs. I wasn't.
What?
I wasn't on drugs.
They're not doctors.
How many minutes left on his 15?
It's like that show.
I can't wait till tonight when you're in jail and some big guy's pulling on your ponytail.
Oh, that's real funny, Baba boy.
No, I wouldn't pick him.
Gary loves like sex in jail,
Yeah.
Elliot Offen and stuff.
Prison rape, emasculation. Right.
Him up. I wouldn't pick him up.
Sir, I would leave him there because
Leave him
you're
there.
going to be responsible for whatever's
paramedics on the way.
We have the ambulance coming. Do you want to get up? Or do you
I would get the ambulance.
Yeah, leave him there.
Let's get an ambulance.
Yeah, he
Why don't
should
you
be
go
on
to
a
the
board
studio?
if his back is hurt.
If he can't get up on his own, we'll get an ambulance.
You going to get up?
It'll be exciting.
No.
Stairs, you would have been different. See, if you had carpeting down here, it would have been different.
Yeah, let's go get out, right? Straight my hands. Hold on. I'll meet you downstairs. EMS is going to take a look at you, okay?
All right, give me the update.
I guess you technically could fake it, right? If he's called on what would you call that? Just public disturb? What would it, some criminal mischief? What would you do with that, right? Could he just go, no, I pulled disc, I pulled a hamstring or something? You could totally fake that, right? How do they know?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously, like, he would be moaning and groaning a lot more than he was. I mean, I don't know. I think, it's you could fake it, but I don't know.
Baba Booey projecting. Let's look at this ambulance.
I came to give you the update.
All right, give me the update.
He walked out on his own.
Mm-hmm.
There was an EMS truck waiting downstairs. They actually was strapping him in collar restraints and all that kind of stuff. He wanted to do that, so he's on his way to the hospital, and we'll find out.
All right.
I'm sure they followed up on it too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What a bizarre! I love. So I got to go back and look what the next day was and see if I can suss something out from the monologue, because I'd love to get a follow. I don't think he brought it up again. I don't remember him bringing it up again.
Yeah,
the EMS company that WWF uses. That's so true, Ed, when they do like the bits in wrestling and they have like an ambulance show. That's so funny. All right. Thank you, Davyd, for reminding me about that. I never really watched it full through like that. I skimmed through it. We didn't miss anything. I mean, I jumped to the end when the cops came, and it's just.
I love Howard freaking out at the end of the commercial break.
To see him have to get up and be physical and freak out is great. Always good. The next one, you guys want to see Howard against. Which one comes in chronological order? You want to see Howard against Langford?
Yes,
Howard?
That'll be better than that, definitely.
Oh, you're wrong. You're wrong, Bon. I don't know why you didn't like that. You're way off.
It was
I
okay,
totally
like
disagree.
Davyd said, just the reaction.
You're way off. That was great.
It was okay for a couple of minutes, but then
no,
it was
you don't tell me what's okay for a couple of
I don't
minutes.
think David's intention was for it to go that long. That's all I'm saying.
Steve Langford.
Shut up. You're wrong. That was a great segment.
It just went a bit long.
Shut up. I don't care what you think's
fine.
too long. Everything's too long, Mr. Edit. Shut up.
Steve Brandano going at it right after we had just done the Mike Gange Steve Brandano argument. It was just like another one. Brandano making his mark on the show. Suddenly he's an A guest.
If I wanted to cover the holiday party and I just spent the whole time badgering your wife who has nothing to do.
Okay, this is Steve Brandano against Langford. So it's all kind of interwoven into that.
Mike Gange Steve Brandano argument. It was just like another one. Brandano making his mark on the show.
Maybe I should do that in chronological. I'm just kidding with you, Bon. You're bored with everything.
See, you're going to hold a grudge for the rest of the episode.
No, I'm not.
Where's
No, I'm not.
Sara
You're
to
bored.
tell
I know
you
you're
to
bored with
not
everything.
to not get so
You're too cool. You're too cool for
offended.
every segment. I know you are. Here we go.
I rarely. When do I complain
Just
about the
kidding,
segments? I rarely complain. I'm the one doing the classic.
I am fascinated by that segment.
Kicks another goal.
I disagree.
I'm like
love that
cheerleading
segment.
for you. You can't take it.
No, I can't.
It's just
I
a
love that.
minor-
I disagree emphatically. I thought that is great. I think that is a rare thing of Howard having to get up and deal with something in real life in real time in the fourth. I disagree emphatically.
The first 2
by
minutes
any boredom
had
at all
everything.
during that.
That's all. It's. Let's blame it on Davyd.
I'll start working
voice
on the
just
apology
cracked.
to Bon Jovial clips for the next show.
No, I don't want
David
that.
is allowed to have
you
his
didn't do
requests.
anything wrong, Davyd. It was. I admire you always. It's nothing about that.
I know. I'm teasing.
It's the morning. I'm not good when you put me through long stuff.
I know it's 7
like
in the
that.
morning.
It just went on a bit long. It's nearly 10 a.m. here, so I should be happier actually, but I get more depressed as the day goes on, to be honest.
Okay, this is for Davyd too. So Davyd gets his request. This is for Davyd. Davyd, there's only one thing he loves more than John Williams or composing or his family or Cleveland, and that's Mike Gange. Yes. And so this is Mike Gange against Steve Brandano in some weird fight. Yeah.
I missed this. What was it? This Gange Steve?
Oh yeah. That's right, Quitter. Red Bar goes 8 hours. He's the best.
Screaming match. I'd like to actually know a little bit more about it. I heard Steve Langford mention it in the news.
Yeah, I heard all about it.
I heard about it. I think when I called, I think I might have called John or somebody, maybe Ross, and I said,
"No, which doesn't help." But Gange thinks what he's saying is really funny. So
okay, I cut out a lot of that. It's unnecessary. He goes to the wrap-up show, and Gange and Brandano go at it on the wrap-up show. This is a crazy fight, and Gange calls in. You're gonna hate Brandano after.
now I start getting mean, and I'm like, Gange, Will's not laughing because he thinks you're funny. Will's laughing because he knows how much I hate you and that I'm getting bottled up right now, and you keep doing this. And he kept doing it. So then I got up and got in his face a little bit, and I was like, Gange, just walk away. Really, I don't like you. Like, shut up, you know? And he just kept going, and then so I walked away.
Gange, what did you say to Steve that upset him so much?
I don't even know. And Steve,
look at Howard. Look at the monitor here, by the way.
He's acting like a little baby, and that's the biggest problem here.
Let's work this out. Come on, man. He's a little baby. Shut up, Gange.
I was trying to be adult about it, but you know what? You weren't, so fuck you. I don't need your shit.
You were the one, Gange. Was I sitting there minding my business, or was I talking to you?
This is pre-Marci Turk, A. Smith. This is just before that. With Brandano.
I'm provoking you in any way.
I didn't know you harbored these ill feelings towards me.
Well, I told
maybe you should
you.
have said something. No. You said something when you were all drunk and obnoxious. Maybe you should have said something a little bit sooner, and I wouldn't have said anything.
Excuse me, I wasn't drunk and obnoxious, Gange. You kept making fun of me, and I politely and calmly, as will point out, or Rich will, I said, Gange, please stop.
I thought we were friends. I didn't realize.
Oh, and then I told you before things got out of control that we weren't, and you continued.
Yeah, but we were just busting balls.
Show some respect for Stern Show royalty. Mike Gange goes back to the early 90s. Show some respect. He is sacrosanct. Why is he not demand? I like Gange more than I like Fred. Would he talk to Fred like that? I think Gange is more interested than Fred is on the show.
Gange is part of that golden era in a big, heavy-duty way that Brandano was probably listening to as a teenager, you know?
Yep.
So... yeah, for him to, but yeah, I mean,
but it proves that Brandano doesn't know the show because he doesn't like respect Gange. Not that you have to respect him, but you definitely like, oh, you know, he paved the way for him, you know, and right. I think he deserves a lot. Crazy Robin hates Brandano. That tells you all you need to know. He had that blood sugar thing. That was a great reference by you, Missing in Action. If you want to hear Brandano at his, he's about the only one as thin-skinned as Fred is. No wonder why they're friends.
Right.
If Jason Kaplan eviscerates him on Back Office Radio. It got so bad they think he had it canceled. In addition to me calling in and making a Howard comment. That Brandano was complained to Human Resources or something that Jason was abusing him too much. He really is an underrated, like, hateable person on the show, Brandano.
Part of his pillow talk with Marci was getting Back Office Radio canceled.
Oh, it was getting there. I think Jason was probably like innuendoing shit.
Yeah.
Gange made that tape the Seinfeld tape where he had left porn on it.
No. You were busting balls. I was saying, Gange, I don't like you. Stop this.
We were all busting balls. It wasn't just me. Everybody, we were all busting each other's balls.
We just said there was 3 people there. Will, who knows I don't like you and is an asshole like
Brandano loves referencing Will Murray as his friend all the time. I always pick that up. Will. It's like he thinks
that and tried to provoke the situation. And
you know what? Then he did a good job. So
what?
You know what? Then he did a good job. He provoked the situation.
Yeah, and I was telling you that that's what he was doing. I'm going, Gange, he knows I don't like you, and he knows I'm going to flip out. And you just kept laughing and doing it.
I didn't know you didn't like me. And
I told you right then, Gange. Calmly, I said, Gange, I don't like you. Please stop this. And then I said, in fact, Gange, I hate you. Please stop.
In 2 seconds.
This is like an era where, like these years where the wrap-up show is better than the Stern Show.
Right.
Like Artie's gone, and all the material comes from the wrap-up show. and they would carry it over, and Howard would just kind of sit there and play, fucking,
Bachelor
Barnum
clips.
and Bailey. Yeah.
You first, you went straight from, Gange, stop. I don't like this.
I let you say it 6 times before I even mentioned anything, Gange.
Well, how am I supposed to know you didn't like me? If you didn't, why didn't you say something 6 months ago?
I just said why? I never even see you, Gange.
Who the fuck cares? You know what? That's the thing. You should have opened your big mouth. You're a big pussy, and you sat there for a year saying you didn't like me to everybody else except me.
No, just to Will, my friend, who I sit next to every day at work. Gange, we were doing fine with you not knowing that I don't like you. All right, so why would I say anything about
you
it?
You did like me. I would have never talked to you at all. I would just walk by you in the hallway.
Okay.
I would say, "Hey, Steve, how you doing? Hey, Steve, good morning. How's it going?" I don't do that to people who don't like me.
You were completely unaware that he didn't like you.
Absolutely.
When did you first start really kind of
There you go, Davyd. Get it out. There he is.
right.
There's your boy.
disliking him?
At Will's wedding.
What happened there?
Now, I had just broken up with my girlfriend, and
So here comes Marci. So here's the timeline, guys. This is perfect. 2011.
He cleared
and
the
Marci's
stage.
next.
Yeah.
Yep.
the time, I guess, at Will's wedding, Gange and I were really the only single.
Is there anything worse than Brandano thinks he's this Lothario on this show because he's just around all these fucking uncharismatic Morlocks, and he looks like barely, he looks tolerable.
Exactly.
He's hideous too. He's just comparing him to Benji.
But that's why he's good friends with Will, because Will is the quote best looking staffer.
Yes, he thinks he's part of the hot guy. He thinks he's a hot boy on the Stern show.
Exactly.
Guys that were there,
right?
And so late we went to a bar.
Up until this day, you didn't have any.
Yes, missing in action. He really takes resentment that they called him Steve the intern for as long as they did.
Feelings really about him.
He has that Boston. He's got that. You know what he looks like? He looks like he would be the lost member of In Sync or the Backstreet Boys or who? No, New Kids on the Block are from Boston, so he would fit in.
Yeah,
he's Joey McIntyre. He's like a Joey McIntyre, embryo.
Never even talked. We work here, but he works at TV. I don't really.
And he's got to let you know he's from Boston all the time with the Bruins shirt and all the.
Never see him.
And he's got the kind of Chicken Little Steve Grillo thing, but with the Peter Gallagher eyebrows and
Peter Gallagher.
Talk to him, and so I don't have a relationship with him at this point.
Right.
We're the only single guys after the ceremony.
Quitter, I can't believe you referenced this because this is in this video. He goes, "Didn't Brandano try to fight someone or to be?" It's in this video, and it's Gange, and I didn't even know that until I just watched this.
So everybody's way drunk now, but we went to another bar, and then
they call him Pee Wee Herman. I don't know if you knew that. I think they call him Pee Wee. That was one of the insults that he couldn't take. They called him.
And Gange's just going at me about how. I don't know. He's gonna pick up women and I don't know.
What?
He was just.
I know what you mean.
He was just getting on me about it.
When Gange was younger and I used to see him more around here now I don't. I've created a job where I don't have to see him. He used to we'd have Tori Spelling coming up, and at the time Tori was on Beverly Hills 90210, and
this was his dream girl.
Yeah, and he'd always say to me I can get her.
If I could meet her, I could get her.
If I could meet her, I can. All right.
But the point is, you're goofing with me, who we don't have any kind of relationship at all. So all it is a guy that
So
I
did he
don't know
goof
making
on you?
fun of me.
What was the latest incident with this Pee Wee
Just the Pee Wee Herman thing. And once again, I let it go 5 or 6 times. It's fine.
Why do you have to keep nudging him with this Pee Wee Herman thing?
Because it was Will and I sitting together, and we were all good. Will was goofing on me. We were goofing on each. No,
that's why I didn't say
being serious at the beginning.
Right, sometimes a guy will go, I don't like you.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't know he was being serious. And then once he was serious, I got all serious, and I was like, "Well, Steve, hey, I like you. Why don't we work this out?" And then
So they're about to do this thing. I guess they did a bit, and I gotta go see if it aired anywhere. Howard TV did a beer pong thing. And again, this is them doing a bit for Howard, who gets all the money. This is for Howard. He sits on his ass. He doesn't do anything for Howard TV. He gets all the money, and they have to sit there all day and film this shit. They get nothing out of it. The people on the the other people.
Right.
All the money goes to Howard. I would love to know, if I were to ask Howard TV a question, it would be, what did Howard make individually off Howard TV a year? I want to know. He had his own cable. If you went on the cable networks back then, it said Howard. So you would, whatever cable system you had, it would say Howard TV. And that was the way the WWF had a pay-per-view, you would rent it for the day kind of thing. Or that's how much money does someone make off that when you're the main person on it?
And how much does he make off of it, considering the content is like a beer pong thing that he's not at, Lisa G's cookie party that he's not at, like Artie going on tour and yelling at Teddy, which he's not at,
He might have done the least amount of additional content for it at all the people on the show.
Right.
Howard himself.
Yeah.
Up even more.
Yeah.
Hey, look, and at the end of the day, I should be pissed at him because
Explain this before you.
The cameras
TV gets us there at 11 o'clock.
I had to stop. It absolutely was. I had to stop down
What
production.
did you think it was,
First
Steve?
of all, Howard TV gets us there at 11 o'clock, start in the morning, starts giving us drinks. They fall behind in the production. We don't even get started until like 3.
Let me hear this.
I was.
So did you hear what he just said? So they spent the whole day filming this thing. Jeez. Howard's not there. He has nothing to do with it, but he gets all the money. Like, it's so ridiculous. Right.
So close to punching him. So close.
I wish you would have.
Let me hear the fight.
I have to blur out. So this is the beer pong tournament, and watch this. This is
Play it for me, please.
Oh.
Gange, you're a fucking dick.
Gange's a fucking dick.
Fuck you.
Oh, a fight.
Hey,
A fight on the floor.
everybody.
A fight on the floor.
What, you got another interview
That's what I like to
Gange?
see.
Gange's got another interview.
Look what's going on, Gange. Look what's going on here. Why aren't you saying anything?
I find Ronnie really annoying interrupting the fight.
He in the middle of all. What is it? I don't understand. I mean, it's not like Gange did anything to you.
No, but
I've
Robin,
never been. I think in my mind, I've always been nice to him. Every time I see him, I say
you've never
hi.
been nice to me ever. We
Steve,
never talk, Gange. We never ever talk. So based off the 3 times that we've hung out together, Will's wedding, beer pong, and this Howard's party,
it's always gone wrong.
I mean, yeah, or at least
he thinks he's a Boston tough guy quitter. He really does. He thinks like everybody on this show are such pussies. There's no Casey Armstrong there anymore, and there is no. So you could. He thinks he's a good looking guy, number one, and he thinks he's a tough guy compared to these guys. And he thinks, oh, I'm from Boston. I'm a tough guy.
In 10 years, you hung out with this guy, and every time it's a miserable situation.
And as I said at your party,
he's probably not even from Boston. He's probably from like Malden, Massachusetts, or something like that. Like Tommy from Malden. Where is Tommy? You haven't seen him in a while. Maybe we should invite him on the show.
Yeah,
Tommy from Malden.
I think I handled myself well at your party. I tried to, I even said we're at the holiday party. Let's not do this. It's gonna get bad. And
well, you said you were yelling, "Let's not do this. It's gonna get bad." As I'm saying, "Hey, Steve, I really like you. Let's work it out."
No. That's it.
He also hates a lot of other people around here.
Oh, this I like too. This is more
people around here.
Who?
I heard you hate Richie Wilson.
I do not hate Richie Wilson. I like Richie Wilson.
It's not what
I just had a party a couple weeks ago and invited Richie Wilson.
All right, that's not what I heard.
I like Richie Wilson quite a bit. We've hung out quite a bit.
I don't believe you.
Does he make fun of you?
No, but if he did, it would be okay.
All right.
I like Richie. Yeah. No, I don't have a problem with
Who do you hate
anyone.
more, Gange or Steve Langford?
Steve Langford. No question. Steve Langford has no soul.
All right, that's great. So that's a great lead into the next one.
Richie Wilson is one of the nicest guys who's ever been on the show. It's like,
he's also like a real dude. I think he's super honest. And Richie Wilson's in the right in that one. If you want, I think if you talk to the Howard TV guys, bring up Steve Brandano. I bet you they got some good shit on him.
I bet they do.
Just through Marci and stuff. They must hate his guts. He's such a little, social
He
climbing.
collaborated with Richie Wilson 2 times. Midlife crisis.
God, I remember that one. All right. Okay. Next one is, so that's a great lead-in. Thank you for the lead-in, Brandon. This is Steve Brandano against Steve Langford. I'm trying to remember the gist of it. So Steve wanted to report on Brandano's girlfriend, who is a school teacher, and she's really precious about this identity, and Brandano's losing it on Steve Langford at the time. And here we go. I'm trying to remember how this goes.
Steve Langford and Steve Brandano going at it right after we had just done the Mike Gange Steve Brandano argument. It was just like another one. Brandano making his mark on the show. Suddenly he's an A guest.
If I wanted to cover the holiday party, and I just spent the whole time badgering your wife, who has nothing to do with the holiday party at all, just someone that's attending, you would think that's okay to do?
If you want, I'm not going to whine.
No, I don't want to because
I'm
I'm a
not
nice
going to
person.
whine like you. Plain and simple.
You could.
Steve Langford, he's sitting there covering this trash, just this
Right.
low brow, and he's got to be sitting there every week. Howard comes to him with another takeaway of his autonomy.
Yeah.
Like, you can't cover me and Beth. You can't cover that. You can't cover my kids. You can't, every week. So he's just like, what can I cover now? So he used to cover people like Brandano. You know what I mean? Like, he's not allowed to cover Robin. Like, you can't cover Robin. Can't cover Fred. At the one time he covers Fred, it's the thing from the IKEA parking lot and stuff, and that turns into
for years on end. It's just not going to happen.
I understand. This would be my point, guys. Do any of you guys think it is appropriate to keep asking, to badger?
Keep asking. We got the tape. This didn't go on long. Trust me.
But it shouldn't have gone on period, Steve. It shouldn't have gone on period.
Please.
One guy here, if you were to be in the same situation.
I've interviewed.
By the way, another thing banned from our top 20 moments or whatever from the last 25 moments from the 20. Howard News. So no news.
Yeah. None
People,
of the
none of this.
Covering Beth's necklace.
That's right. I have that somewhere.
A lot of people.
I'm not asking you,
You're probably
Steve.
one of the more difficult subjects I've ever had.
I'm not asking you, Steve. I'm asking. We were doing I was doing drugs in front of Steve to do.
Nice brag. Nice brag.
Yeah, right.
As dealt to him by doing drugs, as dealt to him by who?
Ralph
Davyd?
Cirilla.
Ralph Cirilla. You ain't get that's exactly
Anything to get just weed.
Drugs?
Just weed.
I missed that one.
And yeah, okay.
Langford's like, oh, really? What a tough guy. I missed that. Doing drugs. What a badass.
Just weed.
Drugs?
Just weed.
I missed that one.
And yeah, okay, you're a crack reporter. I mean, Jesus.
In terms of media management, I might suggest.
Look at the screen. Look what we got. Bond, can you zoom on the screen? The wrap-up show callers.
Oh,
they get
maybe.
Don't worry about it if you can't. But look at the full paragraph you have to write out for them. That's a big ass.
I'm looking. I'll go look.
I love right. It's like you have to write your third grade, like you have to reach like a maximum word count to get on the wrap-up show.
I think they might even zoom in on it more than even this.
Suggest you watch Gary Dell.
Oh, look at this.
There we go. And it changed. Yeah, another call.
Hold on, wait. It's too hard.
All right, don't worry about it then. But anyway,
I'll
try to get a still shot of it next time. We could zoom on it.
Dell'Abate and see how.
Oh, look at Gange is a bully.
So the first word is Langford passes off something. The first word of the two lines are Langford, and then Gange is a bully. So the third line says Gange is a bully.
So this is what you tell the call screener when they take you call in and they go, what do you want to talk about? And they write this here, and I guess they tap on like you would like a touch screen, and then the caller comes up from this.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
They have, what is it, 8 lines lit up here? See that?
Yeah.
On the right?
Wait, I got. Hold on, wait. I got a better one. You can read it here. I'm gonna. So the third one, Gange is a
bully, I think.
Bully.
What did he get? What did he get?
Maybe? Yeah, I got it. So your guess is as good as mine.
It got a little clearer after that.
Off.
Is it pisses off? Langford pisses off?
Bond, can you read the name on the left, the caller, and it says something from...
That's as far as I can go.
Okay. Don't worry about
it. It's got your logos in the way. Gange's
I know.
What are the other ones? Langford. Oh, it's hard. Keep playing. If they might, you might get a bit closer. But it's fascinating. Look how simple.
Yeah, I love the show.
Goddamn simple it is, though. The way they write, it's just Gange, a bully.
And to see the names of the callers too.
How to deal with a
Steve,
reporter. Okay, he doesn't freak out constantly. He calms down. He listens. He talks to you.
Like that got clear there, Bond. You see that? It's a little bit.
I just thought that was an odd way to get Steve not to.
You want me to go back?
Yeah, just go back. It got clear. Find that where it got clear and just pause it, and I'll grab it. Tell me.
I think it's clearest here. I think that's the clearest.
Right, I got it. I'll just zoom. I'll have a look and report.
You can
back
see the
if
first
it's-
4 callers' names. The first caller, they wrote a fucking paragraph for him as his question. Look at that.
Yeah.
You see his name, then it goes down to like 2. I know.
But it look-
Red Rooster's so right. Everyone's so white all the time on this show. It really is just the least diversity for a show that is woke. This is the most unwoke thing race-wise on this show.
Having the
Everyone's
most like
so white.
first world arguments, like don't interview my wife. Like,
Yeah.
it's like Real Housewives. You know?
White people shit.
Right.
Talks to you.
How about that, Bon? Is that a little clear too? That's pretty clear.
This is the one I just got. It's just as bad.
Oh.
Hold on, why? I'll go. I'll get
No,
rid of
don't
that.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I just thought that was an odd way to get Steve not to interview his girlfriend to start
Radio
doing
Gaga,
drugs. in
welcome
front
radio.
of her.
Yeah, anything. He went out and murdered someone. In the email, it said, if I worked with Steve the intern, I would have punched him in the fucking throat by now. Little jack-off loud talker. This one says, fire that crybaby little fuckhead. His show sucks, and he's a
Red Rooster's right. Like every other show has a lot of women on it.
Right.
This one, I think. Here's what I think, Red Rooster. I think that they got so many lawsuits that they covered up that they really you don't know about on the DL. Monique told me that she looked at her husband had access to some of this, and they've been sued sexual harassment and all
Right.
that. Really, they had made go away. You wouldn't know about them, and I think they're afraid to hire women on the show. Because it's just they have so many sex pests, they have so many deviant fucking stalking sex pests that it's just nothing. He's afraid of lawsuits. I think after the 3rd or 4th lawsuit, they just will not hire women.
How is Howard going to fill 2/3 of the time talking about JD if JD's going to be a danger in harassing female staffers? You know.
That's right. That's right.
crying little whore. Every time I hear him, I want to punch him in the face, and I will go down there and do it if you have me down there. I hate New York, and I would go down there just to punch him.
New
Fuck
York.
you, cunt
I hate
lips.
men.
Wow.
I hate men. I hate New York.
Pretty angry stuff. Yeah, it went on forever.
Steve Brandano is right.
Is that
to be
Will
upset.
Murray who
I
wrote that?
probably
What, Davyd?
Was that Will Murray who wrote that? I hate New York. Per his.
That could have been. That's
yeah.
funny. He does hate New
would
York.
be more over it at this point than
Right.
you are.
That's my
So it's a
point.
little
I'm
bit
not
of
saying
both.
you don't have I get it, but I'm not going to be over it. I mean,
that could be a fake Will Murray email, Davyd. You probably nailed that. That's we
Mr.
know for a
Philly,
fact.
you know?
Yes, of course.
how can you? I don't understand that. I mean, I don't know. If someone called Robin the
Because-
N-word,
but no, because
I wouldn't get over that either.
Hold on.
No, you're from Boston, Steve. I think you're fine with Robin being called the N-word. Look at this show, how many black people. I think you're fine with the N-word. Just fine.
Yeah, what he did was way worse.
After that
Worse.
incident,
Really?
after that, stop a second.
Whoa.
After that one incident,
I've avoided
I'm
him.
just saying.
No. We've done some nice stories together.
What?
We have.
I'm picking up some calls.
You know
guys.
I don't even know. Gary,
Steve goes, I prefer moon cricket.
I don't even know. He's a maniac. I'm frightened of him. I honestly
Come
am.
on. No amnesia here.
Anyway, it went on and on and on. I mean, it was good. I love fighting, so I love
Especially when you're involved.
tuning in and hearing
Well,
fights.
he's your guy.
He's my guy.
He used to call you mud. And
Okay, so Langford comes back in here, right? And
What do you mean? He likes to tell shit jokes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I heard he shit his pants.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Okay, now
what
wh-
I remember.
Okay, wait a second, Mel. Why do you say they called him mud?
because he was completely and totally into anal. It didn't matter.
Now, where did you work? Tell me about who you are and how you know this.
Steve, you know it's true.
No. But I'm trying to ascertain whether you.
There's one way to find out this is true. Can I call your wife and ask her if you're into anal?
Well, wait a second. How do you know that that's what that means?
okay, Bon, this is for you. I think Shuli comes in here, right? I think it's right here.
Oh, no.
Here it
Now,
comes.
if this is true, can I call your wife and ask her if you're into anal?
Well, wait a second. How do you know that that's what
So
that
what happens is Jason takes the side of Gary, of course, and Shuli takes the side of his news news
Brethren.
colleague, Steve Langford.
means?
Well, it is a story.
But as you know,
Steve's not into receiving anal.
Wait.
Whoa.
Let's
We
be
don't know.
clear.
I have to investigate
Let's
this.
be
Can I call
accurate
your
for
wife and ask her if you
change.
do anal?
No, there's no.
Why?
anal.
Why can't I'm calling your wife
But
this
in
afternoon
terms
and
of
ask if you do
shit
anal?
jokes, constantly.
Why can't we know if you do anal?
Constantly.
I want to call
Well,
your
no,
wife
it's-
and find out if you do
can,
anal.
You can.
Are you telling me not to call
investigate.
your wife?
No, you can do
Okay,
what you
I'm
want.
calling her.
Just
but
like
I can
Costa at
tell
the
you,
Christmas party, Jim.
lest you waste your time.
No, I'm going to
there's-
call and ask her.
Are you saying there's no story here?
That's what it sounds like to me.
I will never say that.
This ain't the one with Shuli.
I was trying to tell you, it's the wrong one.
Oh, thank you.
It's John thinks it's number 4.
Oh, well.
Bon, you see you guys, both of you. You see the doorway in the background?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we would spot a Marci if we can ever go through like anything from like 2012 on. That's kind of where she would be buzzing by. If we could spot her in any of these videos, it would be like that.
Didn't they redo this office so it was like all glass windows at some point, or am I?
I'm not sure what the renovation. Yeah, they definitely redid stuff. I just don't know what exactly the renovations were.
Oh, great. Anyway, so
everybody thinks it's a different number.
No one knows. That's the scary fucking part around here.
The whole beauty of him being on the station that he treats us as if he were at NBC, and if he starts acting, if he says, "Oh, it's just Howard, I'm going to treat it a different way," I think it all falls apart.
But the guy said he said that stirring up trouble, which I think is Steve's somewhat his mandate. But he also
think about how ridiculous this show is with the wrap-up show. The wrap-up show, they throw him in a typical just booth that everybody uses there, just like the fucking Cosmo channel, one of the sports channels, right? There's 40 of them in this crammed into this NyQuil cup. Howard Studio is like 10 times the size of it, and they're not allowed to use it. Look at all the people they have to cram into this fucking booth.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the Howard Stern show, which is like maybe 5 people at most, and has the big plush studio, and then 12 people in.
His nickname was the Mudman Rooster, and it was a bad anal sex joke.
Reporters,
giving your
the
opinion.
old slogan is a reporter's job is to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable.
But is it wrong to give your opinion during the story?
Tim? It is true that in most of my career, I have never shied away in my news
Langford hates Benji too,
stories from giving my opinion. That is
because he doesn't give him any real answers.
absolutely true. Guilty.
Which is why you're on opinion shows like Hard Copy and not at NBC.
But
What?
he was at NBC.
What?
And now he's not there anymore.
So
is he?
But he was there. You were never there.
Surely, is there any?
Here he comes, Bob. Here he comes. You hear that? You were never there. You were never there.
But he was there. You were never there.
Surely, is there any other radio show you got to jump in on where you weren't part of the conversation just to get on the air?
This was between
Feeling a little
Brandano.
sensitive there,
Excuse me.
Jason.
This was between
Bond, you got to get that for the Shuli's Anonymous subreddit. That's a fan. Look at Gary's reaction to that. That's such a great. So these are the days to interpret this, right? So obviously Shuli's the biggest attention whore on the face of the earth, and these are the days where he would just run around Sirius and just crowbar himself onto every, these glass booths that were there. He would jump on, grab a microphone, and inject himself into every radio show.
The best one we haven't talked about for ages is when I can't remember what show it was, but some show was coming to interview people, and they were walking around, and Shuli ran down to that girl Madison's office.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And he pretended he was having a conversation with her, and Howard got really angry with him. You're not supposed to go to that floor. That's an amazing one. He went. He knew they were going to go to her room, her office, to interview her. So he went in and just sparked up a conversation.
And I remember
fucking
it was
douche.
something like,
Gary hates Shuli, by the way. That was a great way to suck up to Gary. Is take a shot at Shuli. Go ahead.
Right.
I'm sorry, Davyd.
No. I remember from that whole saga, like Shuli says something like, "Well, I was going to a vending machine." Like he took a totally backwards way to get to this vending machine, and happened, that was conveniently near Madison's studio.
One of the best fights is Gary. I think we played it on one of our 10 Shuli shows. Was Gary, telling Shuli's the most annoying staffer that he just cannot take no for an answer and just chases him with material all day. And Gary's just like, all I do is try to avoid you in the back office.
Copy. And not at NBC.
But he was at NBC.
And now he's not there anymore.
But he was there. You were never there.
Surely, is there any other radio show you got to jump in on where you weren't part of the conversation? Just to get on the air?
This was between
Feeling a little sensitive there,
Excuse me.
Jason.
This was between Brandano and Langford.
And I was there, and
You ever notice Benji doesn't laugh at anything?
Well, he does.
He's devoid of laughing. He doesn't have any. That's a great joke. That is something you should be cackling at. He just sits there like he thinks he's too cool to laugh at it or something, or he didn't say it, or
sensitive there,
Excuse me.
Jason.
This was between Brandano and Langford. I don't know.
How do you go stone faced, Darren? That's a great line.
Darren, I can't.
Go ahead. I'm
it's
sorry,
the-
guys.
No. I'm sorry. Benji does laugh, but he only laughs when Howard says something he doesn't know sounds stupid, or like.
Yeah, I know.
Ronnie-
Benji gets this weird credit for laughing at weird times. I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but it's.
I think he
like-
doesn't want to like because Jason had a good line. I think it's almost like
He's jealous
Benji
of
doesn't-
Jason's joke.
He's jealous of Jason's joke,
Yeah.
right? So he's going to go all Andy Kaufman.
The head writer
style.
can't think of.
To talk about what I
Who
witnessed
asked
at
you
the
to come
event.
in? Who?
But Jason,
Who asked
you're
you
not
to come
exactly
in?
I'm happy you're
reliable.
here, Jason.
I was there, Shuli.
Oh, thanks, Tendrils. You remember that? So Tendrils has an encyclopedic, photogenic memory of that show, and she's right. And I'd like to go back and
Listen, I'm.
Bon Jovi was the executive producer of those Shuli shows, by the way. I should
Yeah,
say.
those are great.
I'm backing up my boy just like you're backing up your boy.
There you go. So they broke into a fight.
Clip number 3.
I'm gonna have to get that whole wrap-up show for you, Bon, because I think we missed some stuff. Like I'm going by their edited take on it. If I need to go and get this full wrap-up show from 2011 and go through, because I think there's a huge fight to be had during the whole show. I think we're not getting the full story here. So I'm going to go hunting for that. Boff, if you're listening, if I'm missing that, I'm going to need your help on that. Possibly.
Because that's the one where Steve says he's going to kill Langford.
Oh yeah, it got really violent.
Jesus.
I dislike Gange.
Bon, look at the board.
Yeah.
Is that clear for you?
Oh, there we go.
Hold on. Nah.
No?
It's about the same. Yeah.
If we were anywhere else, I would try to pummel Steve Langford. Like, I mean, I want to hit him right now. I really
Okay,
do.
now, do we have a pattern? Do we have a pattern?
No, I don't want to fight anybody.
Yeah, Juan Gonzalez. There's this whole thing with Shuli and this, I guess, a pedo he hired to produce his show or something. And there's a whole thing on that. Shuli's anonymous, I guess. I don't know it as well as Bon Jovial does.
He's in jail now, and Shuli can't get away from it. People won't stop bringing it
It's almost
up.
like Epstein and Trump, right?
They're saying that Shuli knew that this guy was a P word and he was involved almost, and Shuli just can't get away from it.
Like, how could you not know? And you're in Alabama, right?
Like Shuli said he's his best friend.
Okay.
He said that on the air. And
So you would know everything about it's like Trump and Epstein.
they've unearthed Shuli playing computer games like Call of Duty with him on Twitch live, and they're making P word jokes.
Twitch is like Chuck E. Cheese at this point, right? With the video game streamers.
Twitch is like a honeypot for these people at this point.
Oh, I think they're spot on over there on the Shuli. Shout out to Shuli's Anonymous and the Radio Gunk subreddit, by the way.
Else.
Well, in other words, we got
Miserable Mouse. The only one more miserable than you is Brendan.
the Gange thing. We got.
No, I said I dislike
We need to
Gange.
calm down.
No, you
a
said you
little
wanted to
bit.
pummel him the day of the
No, I
pump-
didn't.
No, the day of the beer pong thing. You said you would have
Oh,
killed
when
him.
I was shit faced.
Right, no,
yeah,
but you did say it,
no, yeah. Drunk Stevie B would have wanted to fight Gange.
But sober Stevie B
I
wants
want to
to hit
smash his
Langford.
fucking head off the board right here. I mean,
Well,
calm
clearly you
down.
have no issues with anger.
no, I hate Steve Langford.
You hate a lot of shit, dude. You're an angry. I love you, Stevie.
I know
but
you do.
You got. I love both of them, and I you definitely got to look into some of this anger because.
Have you ever been in a fight?
Of course, I've been in a
All right,
fight.
I
Look at
haven't.
me.
So I guess I just need to get into a fight, and then maybe it'll be out.
If you get
Go
punched,
for
if you
it.
get punched in the face once, you'll probably calm down.
Not at all. You don't. It
Feels
doesn't
that
bother
he's
you.
doing his job.
The only thing I hate more than Shuli, I hate Steve, but Steve doesn't call himself a comedian. That's the only difference between Steve Brandano and Shuli to me.
Listen to Back
Steve,
Office
if Steve
Radio,
thought he was a
Bond.
comedian, then I'd just be like, I hate them both equally. And JD Harmeyer. These are the three most useless idiots to ever be on the show.
Listen to back. Have you ever listened to Back Office Radio Bond in full? I think there's about
No,
what is there about a
probably
dozen
never.
episodes? I think there's
Do
only
they
12
get
of them.
into it like? Do they fight like this? 'Cause
Yeah,
if they do,
Jason puts them on blast, both of them. Everybody you hate, Jason goes after every show because they can't talk about Howard, so he takes it out on these guys, and it's great. It's glorious. You'll get your. I believe Steve Brandano complained to Human Resources and had it canceled That's most people's theory. As to, well, I mean, Howard's going to cancel it anyway, but
yeah,
it happened sooner than later. It was so popular. It was easily the best show on the channel.
Well,
way better than the Stern Show. Not even
he
close.
probably expedited the cancellation of it by playing all the clips that revealed the behind the curtain Howard stuff.
And Marci. Marci is the huge part of that.
Listen, people complain.
I mean, Steve has a point. I mean, the girl was a teacher. She didn't want to be on Howard 100 and hear her voice. She didn't want to be identified. So he said, she's a teacher.
Back
don't
off.
interview.
Well, we did not air anything with her.
But he didn't want her even. He didn't.
I know,
want
but,
this-
but report.
I like that Langford doesn't back down from Howard. He's always,
Yeah.
you'll see it in the next one. He doesn't back down from him. Oh, I'm sorry. How's that?
Orders in the field. Do not take orders from other people. We don't. If every time somebody told you on an assignment, don't go there, don't do this, that wouldn't be reporting.
Right. I see.
Ever.
Okay. You know what? I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, Howard sees because he has he's not allowed to report on Howard.
Right, I was just about to say, like, Steve is venting his passive aggressive anger at Howard for taking so many things of Howard's life off the table in terms of reporting.
I know, right? You're so right. And then Red Rooster's like him saying backing up my Shirley going, I'm backing up my boy here. That's the worst thing ever. It's worse than Steve Brandano calling himself drunken Stevie B. Beeve Standano. How do you remember that, Tendrils? I'm proud of that one. That inversion of his name, Beeve Standano. I used that for a while. I agree with Langford when it comes to his kids. Well, you're going to see that next missing in action. Thank you for the segue. Because this is Howard against Steve Langford over kids. And so the gist of this is, and I'm with Langford 100%, George Takei is sitting in on the show, and Langford's kid, his daughter, has to do a report on Japan. She wants to do it on the internment camps with George Takei, and George, all the shitbags on the show, he's probably the nicest guy. He's probably the classiest, nicest guy on the show, and he doesn't play their games. But I must remind you, he is a Buchwald client, and that is all that matters on this show. And this is what's really eating Howard. So this is Howard against Steve Langford and how to cover. And Howard basically doesn't want him using George Takei at all. Don't go near. He's mine. Don't use him. You'll see.
Of itself a news story.
Yeah.
Langford will not come back.
Why?
You're kidding.
He refuses to come back.
Why?
He says this topic is off limits.
Why? Why is it off limits?
I think because it involves his kids. He said, your kids are off limits.
Wait a second. I'm not talking about his kid. Critical. You didn't come in. You didn't talk things over with me. You know I'm a reasonable guy. I wasn't angry. I was just, hey.
You know how Howard does this fake hindsight 2020 that he thinks he's reasonable, that he thinks, all you had to do was ask me, and you could have. So Langford's like, why do I have to ask your permission to be friendly with the guy who's on your show semi-regularly?
Yeah.
Well, why do you control? You know how Howard wants to control people's relationships on the show? I mean, he literally does it. Steve Grillo said he's not allowed to talk to people on the show. He controls who they hang out with. So he wants to, even here, he can't, he wants to tell you who you can talk to.
Yeah, and
the concept though that
go ahead, Bon.
Just the concept that Steve has kids. I want to see his kids.
His daughter, yeah.
What
they don't show her.
like.
They don't show her here.
Oh, it's a girl. I was hoping for a boy because imagine a little Steve Langford. But Davyd, what you were about to say?
I was just going to say, John, just talking about the whole thing you just mentioned, and then what Howard's going to do here is try to hypnotize Steve into thinking that he is reasonable.
That he's reasonable. There's nothing reasonable, and it's Buchwald behind the scenes telling him he's going to play good cop, bad cop. He doesn't have it. Howard thinks, how petty he thinks that no one's allowed to talk to anybody on it because he invented it, or he has to control what everybody does at all times. This is a control freak, and I don't mean that in any good sense of the word. This is just a king baby bitch ass who thinks that you can't play with his things.
The one sort of major narcissist that I was unfortunately friends with when I was much younger, in my early 20s, he tried to do that kind of social engineering too, where he would say things to me like,
I have to be there for you to hang out with this person.
I don't know how you knew I was going to say that. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
there's a lot of friends like that. Remember, doesn't Seinfeld have an episode where George says, "I can't hang out with Elaine unless you're there"?
Right, and
that kind of thing.
And just said his version, this former friend's version of that was basically like, if I have a party and two of my friends meet for the first time at my party and they hang out without me after the fact, they're dead to me. Like just insane narcissistic, sociopathic, sentiments like that. So
yeah, like a friend of you. I mean, I had so many, and this happened when I lived in the city. Like we would be introduced to other people through other people. Like old friends of mine would introduce me to college friends of theirs, and I would become better friends with their friends than I was with them at a certain point.
And that's
whatever
what
reason.
Like I would have parties where it's like, yeah, I want you all to meet each other and hang out without me after the fact. Like I'm trying to grow a community.
I like being a conduit to people. That's how you make connections. I mean, that's what life's all about. You like you're only if I brought this person onto the show, no one is allowed. It's just him being a king baby bitch ass. No one's allowed to use. But again, do not lose fact of the fact that he is a Buchwald client. George is. George Takei is a Buchwald client. So Buchwald's also going, oh, I'm not going to have him do anything for free. He's going to do an interview with Steve Langford. He's got to give me 10%. He's got to give me 10% of the interview.
I don't think that's cool.
Let me put this in all context.
I've
done interviews with a lot of my friends' children.
That's irrelevant.
No, but that's what it was.
See, George is like, I don't give a shit. George is into the internment camp thing. He wants to bring awareness to the plight of the Japanese.
He went through a traumatic fucking chapter in American history. Yeah.
He's a really nice guy. He likes that this girl wants to do it. He's happy to do it. And Howard, this is like the Anna Nicole Smith thing and the fucking the filming it. Yeah, and they're like, it's not my decision.
Right. It's all about.
No, but listen to me.
Here in this case, it happened to be Steve. But
Steve is one of my newscasters.
Yes.
I've given the news department autonomy when it comes to anything news stories.
No, you didn't. In the second week of the show, he had them stop covering him and Beth and anybody in his family. That's the guy who's on the fucking avatar. The guy who makes all the money, the guy who's on the letterhead, the guy whose channels it's named after, they're not allowed to cover him. It's called Howard 100 News, and they can't report on the guy on the fuck. Ridiculous.
It's insane. Yeah. And by the way, did George Takei sort of get a talking to from Don Buchwald? Like,
probably.
So it's funny.
I bet you Buchwald said this to him, Davyd. I bet he said this. We gave you a second life and another career after Star Trek. And this is how you thank us, by doing interviews with Steve.
We get you on Heroes.
Yeah. That's exactly right. He got Heroes because of that.
Right.
We gave you a second life and an act 2 in this career when nobody gets an act 2 because of this show, and you're doing these interviews for free. That's
exactly. I said I knew him left. I didn't say I fucked him.
And you're not monetizing your childhood trauma of being in an internment camp. Not on my.
He wants him to exactly because I was in the Holocaust, and your Japanese internment camps are nothing compared to the Holocaust.
Exactly. God damn.
They have autonomy, but when it comes to meeting George Takei, and then you ask him a favor, like, can my daughter interview you? He shouldn't be doing that. It's not appropriate.
But I've had many friends' daughters.
But Howard's daughter can bug Paul McCartney, backstage. Well, he's in a much more precarious situation.
Right.
And he gets Scott Salem to record her album.
Yes.
Remember?
Yeah. That's right. Zuzazu. It's Scott Salem. Good one, Bon. Good one.
Oh, my God.
That's right, Red Rooster. I mean, Howard lies so much that even the casual stuff are lies. So you have to just go into every situation with Howard knowing, oh, he's lying. Or he's playing good cop, bad cop. And the job of Buchwald, the job of Chiasano, the job of Sabian, the job of Gary are all to be human heat shields for Howard. And so he does not get accountability for anything.
Right.
Including who's fired at Sirius to this day. That he doesn't, when they make cuts and shit, that's because he's getting all the money. I had an NBA show that I loved that dropped down. They got rid of a day part NBA show because Howard got his fucking salary again. That's no question about it. It's related to that.
That it's connected. Yeah.
It's connected. They got a cut, so he gets paid.
I understand that, but we are in a business of catering to people like you and making sure you're comfortable with us and that we don't become nudges. And so then when we do,
Like he's worried about George Takei's privacy. The bullshit.
Also,
Like,
if you care about catering to people like George, you're categorizing George as, I know he's a co-host, but you're also categorizing him as a guest. Why do you treat Erica Durance the way you do then? You didn't cater to her. You made her life miserable.
well, he moves the goalpost in a way but this is just him. He knows the mandate's coming from Howard wants. He's trying to play good cop, bad cop with Buchwald. He's giving him his bullshit. George is like, no, I enjoy people. I enjoy sharing this with people. I'm not like you. I'm not playing the celebrity velvet rope with Steve Langford's daughter. I don't give a shit. I'm happy to do it. He's not allowed. Howard cannot understand someone not playing in the A-list, B-list, C-list game.
Right.
You need a favor. It's for the show.
But can't I become friends?
Yes, you
outside
can.
of this?
No,
but
you
no one
can't.
should really.
The answer is no, you can't.
Yeah.
The answer
he's
is. I
contradicting
love that
himself.
George innocently said that. Go ahead, Davyd.
Good.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just jumping on what you said. Like Howard's contradicting himself here, saying, "Yes, of course you can be friends." It's like, well, then his daughter has a right to ask me about my past.
That's
know?
the conversation we had. I'm friends with Langford now. Langford covered. George Takei was on the show back then. I don't know if anyone remembers the routine. Would you say, guys, once every 2 months he would sit in for a week, right? From what I understand, he got paid $10,000 to do it. I bet you, and I've seen it and I've heard, I bet you Steve Langford spent more time with George Takei than Howard. And him being on the show once every 2 months. I guarantee it.
I bet you're right. Yeah.
It'd be way easier to be friends with him.
Well, and George seems like a social butterfly anyway. Howard's like, making a beeline for his meditation office, and George probably wants to, just kind of get to know the people on the crew. I mean, George is earnest.
He's the opposite of how he, like, in every way, except they're both gay. They're both gay. Right. That's the one similarity there. Yeah. But in every, like, the conviviality, the outgoingness, like, and it's just like knowing they're so opposite. It's like not even. I forgot about the Stamos Ralph thing. And Sam Simon Twitter. That's a good one. Howard really wanted to throw George out of the studio, and then he said bed bugs are in his apartment. I forgot about that, Rupert.
Hock you for favors, especially, listen, Steve's daughter's a lovely girl, I'm sure, but she can meet other people to interview.
I love how Langford's look is like, I'm not buying this shit.
Steve, how do you respond now that you're here and you've had a day to think about it and reflect on it?
Well, first of all, the reason I did not come in.
Oh, this is great. So apparently Langford was like stewing in the back when Howard was talking. So he wanted to come in, and he said he had to, like, you ever get so angry at yourself that you can actually catch yourself? Like, I'm going to, like, be physical if I do something. I'm going to do something regrettable. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop myself. That's the level he was at. And I would love to get that footage of him back there stewing. Thank you, Quitter. He goes, Arm, your Buchwald impression is full. Thank you, Quitter. I don't know where pulled it out of my ass. I guess it's just like years and years of being annoyed by him not returning my phone calls. And it's just eventually, I've heard him speak a few times too. They all sound like that. They meaning the Jews. No. All the agents, all the New York agents, those like vaudevillian, Friars Club agents, they all sound the same.
Yeah, they sound like a journalist for the Daily Planet. Just like, we're gonna do this, and that, and the other thing.
My wife, she's a real pain in the ass. I screamed that out the window when I drove by.
Oh,
God, Bon, what a fucking esoteric sound drop that was. Holy shit.
Today, when I heard you talking, is because I probably would have come in yelling.
So that would have been good. Good. Let me have it. How am I wrong?
Well, because I thought I'd, take a moment and think about it.
That's right, Missing in Action. Yes, Brendan, I'm workshopping it. Once George said Langford's a friend, that's the end of the argument. Yes, he's my friend. You have nothing to say about it. Yes, he's my friend. You can't delineate, you can't delegate my friends for me. You don't get to decide who I'm friends with.
Right. Yeah, and also George made it clear, like, no, I was fine with the interview, and Howard can give a general policy to, like, Howard reprimanding George is not the move when George claims he's fine with the interview. You know, if he wants to talk to Steve about, like, hey, with future guests or with future people, we have a policy, and even that would be stupid.
He's not a guest, though. He is
right. You're right.
Like, I guess the basketball equivalent would be the sixth man of the
Right.
show.
You're right about that.
And he's a Buchwald client, so that's most important, which never got revealed throughout the whole thing. Howard's, upset Howard being gay. The very first thing he did was announce George as the announcer when they first went to Sirius. The first voice you heard was George Takei on the show when they went to Sirius.
So that's why I didn't come in.
Great moment.
Thank you for robbing us.
No,
thief. Why were you angry? Do you disagree with what I'm?
So this is great. I want to do some detective work here with Howard's daughters when it comes up. This is my favorite part of the whole fight. Is what Langford reveals when he worked at Hard Copy.
I'm saying
no. It's your show,
right?
And it's
well,
your right.
It's a policy.
Yeah, it's your show. It's the way you want to run it.
It's a policy that always seems to work out for you and Buchwald's 10%, doesn't it? It's when you just say guys. I got advice. Anytime you get into a hot situation, just go, it's policy. It's my policy.
Mm-hmm.
And the person will drop it. Just go, I said the worst thing. Oh, it's my policy.
Because policy is coded as, like, litigious, and so people are always afraid of it.
It's my policy. The policy meaning I have the advantage in every situation. I get everything, and no one's allowed to be friends with.
I want everything for me. That's the policy.
That's my policy. Me. My policy. Buchwald's 10%.
No question. However, my kids are not material for this show.
Your kid isn't.
Your kid isn't.
Okay. About on
Do you
this
remember
show.
when Doug Goodstein was putting?
Robin doesn't have any kids.
That's different.
His
came
daughter
right
in my
in
chair?
here. My kids have never come here.
No, but you're
So my
using the
kids-
show to get an interview
My
with
kids
George.
are not material for
I'm
this show.
not talking.
You know why Langford's so aggressive with that? Because he knows Howard says that to him all the time as a mandate. You know he's been read the riot act off the air. You are not to cover my kids, especially from Allison. That she's trying to, her lawyers are saying, you're not using me and the kids on this show. So he knows that. So Langford aggressively throws it back in his face, well, no, you're not covering my kids are off limits if yours are. That's exactly why.
You're so right. Yeah.
About your kid.
You did.
I don't know what. No, I did not. You're hiding behind.
No,
that.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No,
yes,
absolutely
you are.
not.
How am I talking
We
about
would
your
never
kid?
cover your kids. Ever.
I'm not covering your kids, but if my
You reported on this show about my kids' project. And
I believe every word Langford said, and he did. I didn't go and get it, but he definitely thought,
we
I
could
could
find
do
it easily if we needed to.
Oh, this stupid automaton reporter that's working for me, I'll do whatever I want. Right? Isn't that the
It's like-
mindset?
Well, it's like if Scott the engineer had come in and said, like, oh yeah, Emily recorded Zoo with me. Do you think Howard would be okay with that? It's like, yeah, Emily's
If he
not
specifically, if he spelled it out and reported exactly what they were doing, that's a
just like
story. That's a
Howard
story. That's exactly what he would be reporting.
Exactly.
Right? That's what they were called upon to do.
Yes.
Davyd, you nailed it.
In the same way that Howard said that, Howard said in the previous clip that we listened to last time that, Emily's up here doing something with Scott the engineer. He wasn't explicit about it, but he was explicit with, Steve Langford's daughter is doing a project on the Japanese internment camps during World War II. What are we really talking about here? It's not the most revealing thing, but it is, he's being explicit.
You're describing how petty he is about a nothing burger like this.
Right.
You would even care about it. Of all the things to worry about, this is you're going to the wall for this.
For this, right. But if the tables turned and Scott came in and said that he didn't say, oh, I was working on a project with Emily, and he said, oh, your daughter recorded a song called Zoo Zoo, Howard would lose his mind. So it's not it's not a democracy here.
Mr. D, that's exactly what probably is in my mind too. Like it's what cops do when they has they say, "Oh, that's not a law, but it's a policy." They do, and I had referees I used to work with would go, in order to stave off an argument, they would start they would go, by rule, it cannot be 3 seconds if the offensive player is engaging in an offensive move in the paint. By rule. So if you just say by rule, it shuts down the argument.
Right.
By rule, by policy.
I talked about my kid going to the McCartney concert
That's
with
fine.
me and me asking for an autograph.
You do what you want. It's your show.
Right.
So Howard's using the one story about Ashley and which he's bragging about, the access he has, as I talk about my kids all the time. That was, if you listen to those years, that might have been the only time he brought up his daughter in any way, shape, or form. And I believe Deborah and Emily would either weren't talking to him or wouldn't let them bring her up.
Well, also bringing up Ashley accompanying him to a McCartney concert is not the same as like a school project that Steve Langford's daughter is creating for herself. You know, Ashley's like a passenger in her life in Howard's story. It has nothing to do with anything she's trying to do in a material
But it's also
way.
the only example he has, Davyd. Like he has to go back. That's the only. He's acting like he's just fancy free and capricious about bringing his kids up. They have lawyers that tell them he can't, and he can't bring that up here. And Emily hates his guts. So that was the last time you heard it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, the Emily play missing in action, that's 5 years before this. This is 2011. Yeah, the nude play she did was 06. Like late 05, 06. Beth needed thick gloves and a hazmat suit mask to take it.
But not my kid.
I don't know any kid. I didn't even know you had a kid. Who would marry you?
Do you know that when I worked at...
Who would marry you?
Yeah,
take Howard's money away and who'd marry you? I'd way rather be married to Langford.
Yeah.
At least he's out all the time.
Right.
Right.
Okay, here we go. My favorite part. So Langford recalls a story at heart. Listen to this. Ready?
I don't know any kid. I didn't even know you had a kid. Who would marry you?
Do you know that when I worked at Hard Copy 15 years ago, your kids came up?
So if you
at one point, and we had some knuckleheads running the show at that point,
right?
And they were apparently about to air a photo of you with your kids, and we all looked at the people upstairs and said, "You're out of your mind.
Well,
this is over the line."
Let me say something. That is a very nice thing. That's not.
How great is that? How much you want to bet? You want me to take a stab at what that is?
Yeah.
I believe they connected that to the Jingle Ball, and they took a picture of them at the Jingle Ball and her getting wasted.
It's
and
a
they were going to run
long
with
time ago.
I mean,
though.
he says,
it is a long time ago. That's
he
exactly
says
when it is.
15 years. So that would be like 90.
It's an estimate. It's an estimate.
Okay. Yeah.
So in order for that to be salacious, it would have to be something like that. She's what was she, 16, 15 during that? And I believe they had pictures of her at the Jingle Ball, and I believe the gossip. That's how Hard Copy works. They get tips.
Right.
And I believe Opie and Anthony tipped off Hard Copy, and they got pictures of her.
Didn't
and
like
they wouldn't run with it.
nurse or so, like one of the hospital people called Opie and Anthony, right?
Apparently, the hospital security was an Opie and Anthony fan.
Okay.
And they overheard Howard and Allison arguing.
Right.
Allison's obviously saying something like, I trusted you. You should take her to the concert. You're trying to upstage me with these concerts.
Right.
And Ralph's giving her
The
drugs.
security guard called them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how they get tips. That's how Hard Copy works. I mean, that's got to be. He's just estimating he's just going. I don't know what it was.
I can't
10
think
years
of any
ago,
other
15 years ago.
incident.
What else would it be?
What else would it be? Right. Yeah.
Over the line.
Let me say something. That is a very nice thing. That's not
always
the
been
same.
my policy.
But Steve, so let's say, what do I learn about your daughter? Nothing. I'm learning about you.
Like, what would be over the line? A picture of her and how? So what? They're walking around. There's plenty of that.
Yeah.
The over the line would be that she's freaking out. She's having some acid fit, some ecstasy fit at the Jingle Ball, allegedly, and he's, that's the only thing that you would. Why would Langford go, oh no, we can't run that? If it's just an innocent picture of him walking around Manhattan, who gives a shit?
Right.
This was a criticism of you and not your daughter.
You're the one bleeds over. It certainly spoils
That's
my kid's project.
ridiculous.
It spoils your kid's project?
But Steve, why did you? But wait a second. Why did you use?
Brendan's policy is he always wins. That's right. That's why they call him 100.
Not tonight.
Your daughter and involve her with the show by hooking her up with George. Why didn't you leave? Why didn't you leave it up to your daughter?
You were going to bring this up on the air.
But you took your daughter and you took advantage of the show and involved your daughter with someone from our show.
No, I
you
believe
shouldn't have
that
done
George
that.
Takei is a very important figure.
Yes, and how do you
and
know
this
him?
is what the project was
your daughter?
about.
Hey, that's all. So why'd you
Absolutely.
hide? Why don't you come in and
Because
confront
at the
me?
moment.
Again, I think the wrap-up show conversation after this would probably be great if they go into this.
I bet, yeah.
And Howard's not there to run, martyr lying interference on it.
And not just regurgitate the company line for Buchwald and Associates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moment I was going to come in and
what were you going to do?
I was going to come in and yell.
Good. And I would have told
good
you
for
you're
you.
insane.
Good for you. Not for me.
That's insane.
But why is the problem?
Langford's like, no, I'm not allowed to run in here and scream out. You wouldn't be able to take it. I'd be fired. Howard's acting like, yes, please give it to me. No,
Also-
you're not even allowed to be covered by him.
Well, also, Langford's smart enough to know, I'm not giving you free content with me having a hissy fit.
True, too.
Yeah.
That's true, too. You're going to be using it against me now. You're going to be playing sound drops for the rest of my life. It's more effective if I'm more contained and passive aggressive about it.
Totally. Yeah.
Project ruined.
It's not. The project was ruined when Steve got involved. He should not get involved in kids' projects. Parents have to stay out of it.
Oh, come on. Sometimes you can help out.
No, that's going beyond.
Baloney. No, it's not.
Your daughter could have. Your
Absolutely
Howard's acting like he's all the homegrown, like he's not fucking like. Ugh.
daughter knows many people in the community who are excellent educators. Like I know people.
Howard goes, my move with my daughters is when they come home with anything school oriented, I go in the basement and I watch Dawson's Creek with Ralph.
Well, also, if Howard really believed, if Howard really believed what he just said, it's like, you know what, Ashley, there's a course at NYU on rock history, and you can learn about Sir Paul McCartney there. I'm not taking you to meet Sir Paul McCartney because I'm not an educator. So,
Right.
It's the stupidest defense.
Right. It's I'm telling you, it's just him running that Buchwald interference.
Right.
And
Of course.
it's my policy. It's my policy. It's my policy.
People who survived the Holocaust.
So
who
do
would
I.
be excellent. Right. So your daughter would
And
say.
you don't think George Takei is important enough?
Yes,
I do.
but he's a guest on this show.
enough.
He's way
He's not
important.
a guest. He's part of the show.
Okay, fine. Even if he's part of the show. He's somebody I do business with. I don't want to be
Point
known
well
by the
taken.
staff. That's all.
Absolutely.
That was my point with you, or I think you're trying to turn this into something.
Did you hear what he just said? He let it out. He let it out what the real motivation is. Just the B word. Listen to this.
Business.
Even if he's part of the show. He's somebody I do business with.
I do business with.
Yeah.
You do business with, or Buchwald does business with.
don't want to be
Point
known
well
by the
taken.
staff. That's all.
Absolutely.
That was my point with you, or I think you're trying to turn this into something about your
No,
daughter.
not at all.
This is about you, not your daughter. How dare you hide behind that?
Baloney.
Shame on you.
I like when he says baloney.
I made it clear that there are certain lines that we don't cross here.
But he was making it more about your decision than it was about your, your own child.
Yeah, I know he was.
But you seem to interpret it as an attack on something.
No, it's just
personal.
off limits. Kids.
Even if that isn't really the subject at hand, it's more about your action.
Yeah, but I mean collateral damage.
How so? How do you think this? How do you envision this rolling downhill?
Well, no, it just you don't.
Also, too, you wanted a pit bull, you got a pit bull. Howard set this news up with all these fake promises, right? Like a bad politician. We're going to do this and all autonomy. He can do whatever he wants. This guy will cover everything. So he's doing his job. He do exactly what you told him to do. And you can't take it. You can't take him being friends with. It's amazing how he shuts down everything he does. It's
well,
go ahead.
And that he got 10 newscasters, which even if the 10 newscasters were able to cover Howard and Beth and his kids and his parents and everything, that still would be like, wow, we're really stretching this pizza dough thin to try to serve all 10 newscasters. But then he cuts him and Beth and his kids and his family out of it.
Every week, Davyd, there'd be
Yeah.
a new thing he cuts out. And it's anything that could possibly make him look bad. So in addition to that, now you have Allison's lawyers telling him, leave us out of this. You're
Right.
not talking about me. You're not talking about the kids. You're not gonna smear me on this show, make me out to be this hag bad guy. Sorry, not doing it.
Yeah.
And so that's off the table. And every week there's a new anything adjacent to friends of his. You think he's allowed to go cover celebrities? The friend, why can't we talk about why don't you think Steve Langford wanted to like go to the Hamptons and ask George Stephanopoulos what it's like to live? That's what we want to know.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
What is it like to live next door to Howard Stern, George Stephanopoulos?
Howard has absolutely no foresight. It's funny. We were talking
The doorman at the Millennium Towers. How about that?
Right. We were talking at the beginning of the show about the sort of Howard showing up to his own funeral by doing this stunt with the cancellation stuff.
What are people going to say about me when I'm gone?
Right.
That's an insight into it.
Another example of that is like Howard not realizing that the Howard Stern sort of like forum he set up at K-Rock, that turned into Stern Fan Network.
Oh, yes, the bulletin board. That's exactly right. He wanted
board, right.
chaos. He got it and couldn't handle it.
And also thought he was going to be more praised than he was, and he didn't.
That's
understand
a great.
Yeah. Bring out
and
the
back
haters.
then he was more praised, but now
Right.
there's nothing. I mean, like back then there'd be a few compliments,
right?
In 2004, but now, I mean, that
Forget
should
it.
say like it is just 99% negative in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah.
Imagine how badly Langford's daughter felt
No.
having to hear this conversation. She heard it. Robin hated Langford for putting Florentine's relationship out there. That's right. And then she wanted that completely wiped out. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
MIA. They wouldn't have Florentine on the show for a while too after that.
Yeah.
Langford leaving the show. I recall when Langford was leaving the show, the people in the studio said, "Don't trash him." Yeah, Rupert. There's a really good interview with Langford did what is that guy, Dan's Boring Podcast or something like that, and he revealed a lot of shit about the show. I gotta find that again.
I don't
Dan
think I've seen that.
something's Boring Podcast.
Dan's Papers Podcast.
Yeah, yeah. When is the Dan's Papers Podcast coming out?
Yeah, that's what I want.
All right, so I love that segment. I happen to love that. It just reveals a lot about what the show, and then certainly no longer. We could end it here. If you want, I don't have anything. Sure. I'm looking for something short, and
There's
a lot of this
something to talk about quickly. It's your 4th year anniversary.
Oh shit!
This channel.
Happy birthday.
Channel, huh?
If we bring up the channel, so it's a bit belated. July 31st, 2021, ladies and gentlemen. So happy birthday to the.
That's crazy. Has it been 4 years? God damn it! Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Thank you, Sky Spectre.
So many magical
thank you,
moments.
Gaga. Gaga, would you be up for a 90210 sit-in at some point? We do it on Patreon. Sarah and I are going to be recording hopefully soon, if she'll do it. Who knows?
That's the question, because we don't know if she accepted the apology. So if you can let us know, that would be huge.
Thank you, Sky Spectre. One last time, anyone, we are demonetized for the moment. And so if you could, where's my cue? Oh, come on. Where's the scroll when I need it? Okay. It's like a bad newscaster reading a teleprompter. We have lost monetization in our channel momentarily. If able, please donate via Cash App, upper left, Venmo, upper right, or at the Buy Me a Coffee address. I want you to go to jail for this. Middle, thank you so much. So yes, Buy Me a Coffee in the middle, Cash App on the right, the QR code on the right. If anyone for the ARM fund, for my Lexapro fund, speaking of Jason Kaplan, I'm going to be on 20 milligrams soon. I'm not happy. The 10's not enough. I'm needing another boost. I'm going to take it as much as they'll legally allow me to, unless unless Tamara Francois can hook me up with 40, or Ralph Cirillo can from the grave.
Yeah. Resume his Ralph probably supplied the drugs.
Thank you, Mr. D. Thank you. And Bon, you have anything on the way? Thank you, Bon, for waking up for this. I know it's, believe me, nobody hates those hours more than me. Like an animal waking up at 7 a.m. in Australia. Great work on the drops. Amazing. Davyd, fantastic commentary.
Thank you.
Sarah, we love you. I hope you forgive me for my passionate monologue in the beginning. Keep going. Play us out with that.
Sarah, love me like no one has ever loved me before. Sarah, hurt me, no one could ever hurt me more. Sarah, storms are brewing in your eyes. Oh, Sarah,
get ready, John.
What is it like working with Howard Stern? You guys together, like, it just works. What was that like for you?
Like being next to kind of a grumpy grandmother a little bit.
Grumpy grandmother.
Terrific night.
Terrific.
Great night of bowling, by the way.
Yeah, we went out to a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And bowled. We had a fun time.
Bowling can be fun.
We can also see him in the background of another picture. That's Howard Stern on the far right, along with Robin Leach from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, and Epstein is behind them at the wedding, almost seeming to be photobombed.
Howard Stern is a name I haven't heard. I used to do a show, we used to have fun, but I haven't heard that name in a long time. What happened? He got terminated?
That's ridiculous.
Get the fuck up! I'm not shitting you, man. You want no $1,000. Call a lawyer.